to sleep.
Every morning.
That was me this morning.
All right, hi YouTube. We just started recording on YouTube. We are once again delayed as hell. We're going insane here. So just give us a little bit, YouTube, to kind of get situated and start the show here. What do you guys think of that camera view? Everybody in the chat room, can you let me know that main camera right there? Does it look good? Is it like focused okay? Is it need to be moved? Does it need You guys let me know. I'm gonna shut off that fan because that thing is noisy.
I can't wait to get all sweaty.
Shit, I left the door wide open.
Yeah.
Damn it, Pharaoh.
CJ, do you mind grabbing the door? Do you mind doing that?
Oh my, yeah, I'll do it. Grab it like this, or like,
All right, looks pretty good to me. You got a shot on everyone. Okay, cool. All right, thank you guys.
I'm not sure if Fox was talking about me or CJ. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, you close the door. Okay.
Oh, is you just...
You just want to. Don't be every furry ever.
am I a good dog?
No. Not even close.
Oh.
You're an animal, so you can't really tell good from bad, but the opposite of what good is you.
The opposite of good. Wouldn't that just be bad?
You're an animal. You don't understand that.
Oh. I can't.
What you just did reminds me of AD Twitter so much. Like I've been like one time I was trying to have a conversation where they had said something that I thought was serious. It was some serious like psychological thing, and I was like, oh, you know, I really agree with that. And they were like, yeah. Do you want to show me how much you agree with that? And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh, AD Twitter.
Like, just, oh my god. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying I have a problem with lewdiness because, you know, I'm on there, you know, openly talking about zoophile shit, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just funny how, like, you can't even have a normal conversation on
I don't even
Twitter.
AD correctly.
I don't either. You remember that one-
I don't AD very often. I haven't posted photos on my AD.
I just go on just to like
Harass other people. I
yeah
feel.
yeah. That's pretty much all I use my AD for.
What the joy is about it, though?
The name of yours, Deep Blue.
It's dark. Dark blue.
Mine's like so typical, like
Naughty CJ or something, probably.
naughty curl. Thanks.
Naughty Curl.
Thanks.
Knew it.
Get it right the first time. Noob.
Mine is the other typical way of doing it, which is just my Twitter handle with AD at the end of it.
So original.
Oh, yeah. Anyway.
And you have the pleasure of being like, I've seen your penis.
I've seen yours. I gave it a rating.
Yeah, I know. 8
Yeah.
out of 10.
8 out of 10. Just so you guys know, CJ's dick, it's a good 8 out of 10.
That's above
You can
average.
trust my judgment.
Always trust the wolf.
I've heard never trust a wolf.
I've heard.
Well, that's
fuck
because
you.
that's because you're a fox. See, I've heard never trust a fox, so you know.
Blue. You can never trust blue.
It's a similar thing. All right, Pharaoh, do you want me to do the first article? Do you want to do the first article?
Depends on what the first article is as I open this package.
I was thinking about doing the Ursa Major Award thing first because it's furry related.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Yeah, I think we should do that first. And I need to close the browser tab in my firewall because it is taking up a lot of memory. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. The TCP state table is just like right now. That's what it is. That's what it says. I actually read the screen from my firewall and it said in a little text box. That's what it said. It's accurate. No, it's because there's like 6 different computers that are running torrent software and we're doing the show. So there's like 15,000 TCP states.
Mm-hmm.
You could hook that up to a little Soho Verizon router and watch it burst into flames. That actually happened. I actually lit one of those routers on fire just by putting like shit through it.
Jeez.
It was pretty great. It actually wasn't the router that lit on fire, it was the power supply, but it was still funny. I could have probably sued them, gotten a lot of money, but I didn't. Anyway, cue to mute phones, guys. Cue to mute everything.
Mine's on vibrate. I'm putting it between my legs.
Oh. Are you ready? I'm going to send out a push notification. You got the FurCast app?
No, I don't.
Oh, if you got the FurCast app, I can make it. I can make it vibrate.
No,
All
I
right.
don't have
Maybe
it.
later. Next
You
time.
could just text me.
Next time. I could.
You could just text me. Don't text me.
You want me
Don't
to
do it.
text you?
Don't do it. Do it. I'll do it.
Text CJ Husky.
I'm ready.
Okay, what do you want to say to CJ Husky?
Ooh, baby, dat curl. Period.
The hell's wrong with both of
Ready
you?
to send it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll send it.
God.
Ooh, my taint. All the vibrations.
So anyway, the message that it sent to you was who baby data curl.
Who baby data curl.
Data.
Period. Oh man, I'm so turned on.
All right, FurCast starts now! Exclamation point. We're going for triple exclamation points in the push notifications tonight, guys.
I put 4 on the Facebook post.
You put 4? You know what? I'm gonna put 5 on
Fuck
the
you.
Twitter. I'm just gonna beat you, Pharaoh. I'm just gonna beat you.
Wow, really, Firo? Really?
Apparently mine is not on silent. It is on vibrate.
Anyway. FurCast starts now. OMG. All right, I just gotta retweet it, and then we'll be ready to go. Where the fuck is your phone even? That's really loud.
I'll tell you where it is.
I know where it is. It's back there.
Oh.
He's got it on top of the AV rack.
Favor just has an iron taint. Vibrating against that.
An iron taint.
Iron taint.
Let me just repeat. You
For
just said that.
protection.
For protection. Yeah, an iron taint.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that Neumann is picking up a lot of bass. Oh well.
Base.
No trouble.
It's probably because we don't have it set up
You all about that bass?
as correctly as it should be, but
That's true. Well, it's also those microphones just have a different low end on them. It's okay. Don't worry about it. There's not going to be any DC offsets or anything. I EQ all of that out. Anyway,
Okay.
FurCast live, so we're good. That was actually one of the issues with those the Rode mics that we tried. They had a really bad DC offset. Like when you'd plug them in, the audio waveform would go like just down a notch, and it would just sit there. Like if there was silence, it was really weird. I don't know. I don't know what was wrong. Anyway, if we just don't bang the table,
I feel like this mic just picks up a lot more. I think it's picking up.
What's funny is, you know what I did that? I did that test with my phone where I just made a tone. I just have an app on my phone that just goes beep, and I just put it up to the mics and I look at what it does. What's interesting is that mic registers the same level as this, but it picks up more somehow, which just proves that how much the capsule design matters. Even if you're not amplifying it anymore, it picks up the human voice better, which is also a sign of a good microphone.
I like it. I think it sounds nice.
Do you know what's really surprisingly good to me is the little microphone that's on like the earbuds that you get with like iPhones and
Yeah,
stuff.
these are really good.
Those are surprisingly good microphones, and even though they don't pick up like the real world very well, they pick up the human voice extremely clear, and that's very, very well engineered. I love it. Anyway, we are
I'm not
ready
sure
to
if
go.
anyone can even tell the difference in my voice using this one.
Probably not, but I'm gonna have the system record some stuff dry while we're doing the show so that I get a pure recording of that without any of the processing. So
No processed.
No process. You'd be a lot quieter without processing. All right, let me just get the news music ready, guys, and then we're ready to go pretty much, I think. There we go. Okay. Do you want to start the show, or do you want me to start the show?
You can start the show this time. Or I can start it. I don't care.
You know, wait, what if we have CJ start it?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't even know how to start the show.
This is going to be great.
This is gonna be a wreck. I can already see the train wreck.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
What? This is
See,
gonna be a
our
wreck?
show starts with a train wreck, so then you're just recovering bodies afterwards. And then it's like, you're happier towards the end. That's
and
what
then
happens.
it's kind of like CNN. You make a lot of money because it's a disaster.
Okay.
Except we don't make a lot of money because that'd be kind of awesome. We make zero. We actually lose money.
Yeah. Well, that went the wrong direction real fast. Anyway, see ya. You want to start? It's episode 198.
You
by the
say,
way.
welcome to FurCast.
Whoa. I got this. Hang
don't
on.
fuck
You want
it
to
up.
show us the ropes here?
Yeah, no, I got you. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you buckled in?
I am ready.
In a world where curls rule.
Welcome to FurCast episode 198. I am your co-host.
In training.
Co-host in training, CJ Husky.
I am your main host, primary host, something like that. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I do, what my job is anymore. Paradox the Red Wolf.
And I'm the blue bastard that sits in this chair and makes fun of people.
And also makes everything late.
So let's talk about that for a second. So for those of you who are not tuning in live, we're delayed again this evening. We're starting, and more than an hour and a half late here. So Pharaoh, why does that happen? You want to explain for us why we're late? We've been late for the past couple of shows, and we're late.
Corporate America.
Corporate America.
Yep.
That's enough.
It's pretty. Is that literally the only reason?
That's enough for me.
I mean, you put that in the show notes, but I'm not sure if that's literally all you had to say on that.
Pretty much that I'm going to say on that.
Okay.
Employer of a variety has analyzed statistics of how they should schedule, but they're short, so they have to reanalyze their statistics.
Okay.
To then...
So how long does it take to reanalyze the statistics? Why don't they just ask the people who do the work?
Well, that breaks protocol.
Why does that break protocol? Then you'd actually know what was going on in your company.
Because then it's not... there's no statistics for that.
Oh my god.
Do you know the chaos that can cause? Actually having adequate staffed people at the times you need that?
So, for those of you who don't know, Pharaoh works for a major cable ISP, probably one of the cable ISPs that you hate, and
Not the most hated.
not the most hated, but Pharaoh works for a cable ISP in the United States, and yeah, basically his...
I can give you a clue.
They're doing
it
a
rhymes
terrible-
with Chime Turner.
Wow. All right, cool. So there we go. Anyway, welcome to FurCast, guys. Episode 198. Holy shit. That means episode 200. I think we're going to have to cancel before that. We need some extra preparation time. Me and Pharaoh actually came up with some ideas, some stuff we want to pull off for episode 200 for you guys. And I think you guys will absolutely love it, but we might need to just kind of cancel a show in the middle somewhere there. We might even cancel for 2 weeks, to be honest. I'd honestly rather cancel the show and delay episode 200 and then make a kick-ass show than
To rush it.
Yeah, I feel like we might as well take the time to do it, and I would hope that you guys appreciate that as well. But obviously, we still have another episode before that all happens. So, in the meantime, in relation to the studio and everything, Pharaoh is using a microphone that costs more than $1,000 right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
They've put me in charge of something expensive.
you probably can't even tell the difference. Of course, that microphone is still running through the same EQ and the same processing that these microphones are running through. But yeah, the microphone is, it's a little over $1,000, and then with all of the kit that's supposed to come with it, it's like way over $1,000. But we're renting it to try it out, and of course, I'm renting it to do like a demo without any of the processing, like not... The microphones don't sound the way they do when I'm testing them, but...
It's the Neumann TLM 53, right?
No, 103.
103.
It's a Neumann TLM 103 is what it is, which is the same capsule as the Neumann U87 AI. So for those of you who don't know what the Neumann U87 is, that is a $3,000 microphone that NPR, BBC, pretty much every movie trailer announcer you've ever heard in your entire life uses. And that actually has the same exact capsule as that microphone. It's just a different amplification circuitry design, and of course we're running it through the same processing as these mics, which are really cheap, so it might not sound that great, and I might have to adjust the preamp a little bit, but anyway, we're trying it out, and so you get to hear Pharaoh's voice in
And they
H.
put me in charge of it.
Pharaoh's voice in HD. How does it feel?
It feels warm. Nice.
It feels warm?
It's strange going into a new microphone, though.
Is it?
It is. Because you're so used to hearing yourself in the old microphones that this one definitely sounds different to me.
Right.
I like it. Love it. But it definitely sounds different. And I can pick it up, but...
I like it because you're like in my head.
Deep inside.
Deep inside my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we get started, I just kind of wanted to... This is kind of funny, but I just want to ask, how are you guys doing? How was your week and everything?
Shitty.
Shitty? Really?
Shitty.
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 I was depressed for most of this week. I was just really down. Like, I was so upset. I was upset about, like, some of the audio stuff in the studio. I was upset about some stuff at work. And a bunch of stuff happened with me and a couple friends that there's no actual drama between us, but there was, like, a big issue that had to be
Furries
solved.
don't have drama.
Not at all.
I'm not going to say what it was. Some of you who know me know what I'm talking about, but it was a pretty... Anyway, yeah, I had a very stressful week, but I'm doing good now. I feel good now, so hopefully that'll be good. I would like to say, though, there were a couple highlights of my week. One was shout out to Koji. He is the graphic designer for all of the like websites and the video feed and everything. He's been on the show a couple times. I sat down with Koji and his mate Vero, and we watched the documentary Going Clear, which is an HBO documentary about, well, it's technically about Scientology, but in my opinion, by the time I got to the end of it, it was really just a documentary about the human condition that leads to things like Scientology and cults and etc. existing. Obviously, it focused primarily on Scientology, but I would highly recommend watching it. It is absolutely amazing, extremely well produced, extremely artistic, fantastic cinematography. The story, the editing, everything is fantastic, and it's just absolutely fascinating. It's just really interesting to learn, you know, how little of a difference there is sometimes between religion and cults. And in my opinion, the only major difference is that religion has been around for a lot longer and is so large that at a very low level, it is actually positive for people. Because that was one of the most fascinating things about the documentary, is learning that although Scientology is ridiculously insane, it is actually very positive at the low end for people when they get into it. And there are people who genuinely do find happiness in something that is otherwise a cult. And it was just absolutely fascinating to learn about. You can open your drink. There we go. All right.
I wanted to wait till you were finished talking.
Thank you. That's very nice of you, Pharaoh.
A fox with manners. Wow.
I know.
I'm not
Rare.
your average fox.
He's being a good fox tonight.
Good fox.
Who's the good boy?
Who's a good boy?
What are you drinking, by the way?
Oh, it's blue. Wow.
Is that red?
What?
It's
He's
Red Bull.
drinking-
He's
he's
drinking
drinking
Red
himself.
Bull, but it's blue.
He's drinking himself.
Where'd you get blue Red Bull?
Don't you mind?
You never ask a fox where he got blue Red Bull.
Okay, I won't
Especially
ask
blue
them.
one.
Anyway, another thing I'd like to shout out is a game called 140. It's actually not new. It came out quite a while ago, and I played it at first quite a while ago. But I was playing it tonight because our show is delayed. So everybody who tuned into the pre-show, you got to see me play it live. 140 is absolutely fantastic. It's $5 on Steam. It's literally 140. So if you just Google 140 game, you'll find it. It's $5 on Steam, no DRM, and it is essentially a really minimal platformer game. Really simple. You can beat it in a couple of hours, and it is all based around music. The whole game is to music, and it is so much fun. I just watch the trailer and buy it and play it. It's so good. So yeah, just wanted to give a little, because a lot of you guys ask us what video games and what movies do we watch. So I just kind of wanted to shout out both of those things because they were good. Only one other shout out to Shisha Sheppy, who is tuned in right now over in Germany. Germany is UTC plus 200, meaning it is, God, it's got to be 3 or 4 in the morning over there right now. But anyway, Shisha is with a bunch of local furs, and they are all doing hookah and drinking and doing whatever else it is that furries do when they're in a room together watching FurCast. So shout out to those guys too who are tuned in tonight. And that's all the announcements I had for the start of the show here. I don't know if you guys had any more.
No, not really.
Not really?
Nothing really happening like I can think of.
In your life? Just work and stuff?
Yep. There was still the thing we were talking about E3, which that'd be fun still.
Oh yeah.
There's also the sex museum.
Yes, we still need to go to the sex museum.
We need to.
We're going to take a trip to New York City. It's only what, like 4 hours? 5 hours?
Like 5.5.
5.5.
In the
I've
van.
never been to New
We
York
have
City.
to go in the party van too. In the party van.
I'm bringing my suit anyway, because if I can get a chance to jump through the boob room.
The boob room.
The booba room.
The boob.
The booba room.
The boob room.
Anyway.
The titty place. Titty place.
Titty
place?
Okay.
Titty place.
Before we make this worse, I understand. You want to go to the sex
sure?
museum.
Yeah. You sure you get it?
What if we did a FurCast road trip to the sex museum?
Okay.
I'm ready.
I have a full tank of gas. Right now.
Can we report live from it?
We'll be there by 3 a.m.
Report live from a museum?
It's a sex museum.
Okay, that's true. There could be some stuff going on.
there will be some stuff going on.
See, here's the thing. There are some museums where they show off art, but they'll also have an artist that is painting. So they'll have like an exhibit where an artist like does a demo and like paints and stuff. So why don't they have like some people having sex in the sex museum?
I was just gonna say there's probably someone giving a blowjob somewhere.
Yeah. Is there like an artistic blowjob room where they like, use all kinds of body paint?
Give you an artistic blowjob.
Tips and tricks.
They like
tips.
Yeah. They just
Tips.
Oh god, I'm done. Done.
Just the tip.
Anyway, so how do we want to do this? Fair, did you want me to start with news or did you want to start with something or what?
You can. The floor is yours.
Floor is mine. Oh man, it's a carpet. It's so fuzzy. All right, so I guess I'll do this story. So here we go. FurCast news. Ursa Major Awards 2015. Okay, and by Ursa Major Awards 2015, I actually mean 2014 because it's the 2014 Ursa Major Awards that are released at MorphiCon 2015. Anyway, the 2014 Ursa Major Awards, the best anthropomorphic literature and art of the calendar year in 11 categories were announced and presented at an award ceremony at MorphiCon 2015 convention in Columbus, Ohio, Friday, May 1st, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Ursa Major Awards are a popular vote award. 2,851 ballots were cast in 11 categories between March 15th and April 15th, 2015. Not everyone voted in all categories, although there were fewer single category voters than usual. All voters were required to state what country they were voting from, and about 90 countries were named. Some, such as Kerala, were obviously fictitious, but those that appeared to be genuine by email domain names included Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Brazil, Canada, Chile, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hong Kong, Israel, Italy, Kakistan, Levita, I think it's Levita. Let's see, Malaysia, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, Russia, Sweden, Taiwan, Ukraine, United Kingdom, and the United States of America. The most votes came from the United States, followed by Taiwan. That's interesting. Anyway, so you guys ready for this? You guys ready to hear the top number one in every category Ursa Major Awards? Here we go. So, we're going to read the category and we're going to read the number one. Best anthropomorphic motion picture goes to Guardians. What?
I was gonna say, can people guess?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh God, Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon.
A man after my own
Oh, so good. Okay, anyway.
I
Followed
didn't find that
by...
attractive.
What? I don't remember asking your opinion.
Pharaoh, are you okay?
Yeah.
You okay right now?
Maybe you should leave the room and take a
hold
moment.
on. CJ, wait a minute. I'm actually concerned. Are you feeling okay,
I'm getting
Pharaoh?
emotional.
You feeling okay?
I'm more of a Groot kind of person.
We both looked at each other.
You both are just like...
We had a connection. Just completely excluded you. Get out of here.
Anyway, so How to Train Your Dragon 2 and the Lego Movie were second and third place. Best anthropomorphic dramatic short or series, Furry Force from College Humor. Oh my god, Furry Force.
It beat My Little Pony, which I find hilarious.
Yeah, My Little Pony was in second place. In third place was BoJack Horseman.
I love BoJack.
I fucking love BoJack
love
so much.
BoJack.
I absolutely love it. For those of you who haven't seen BoJack Horseman, just somewhere on the internet, find like a coupon to get Netflix for free for a month and just watch it. Like you
will not regret it.
You will not regret it. First of all, you won't.
It gets so deep.
Yeah,
it is.
it does.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
They're doing season 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oh God, thank you.
I wanted to
Yes.
submit a drawing for it just because I
Yeah.
wanted to be fun, like drawn into it.
He's total. The guy's a furry, right? Isn't he a furry?
No,
He's not.
I don't think so.
But he's
No, but
he's so about
I
it.
think they did an AMA on Reddit, and I think someone mentioned furries, and the
did
director said like, we're not furry, but we totally get that
Yeah,
we're
they
like catering to that
understand it.
audience. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty sure that was an AMA on Reddit. I'm not sure where. But anyway, best anthropomorphic novel was given to Off the Beaten Path by Ruckus. So shout out to Ruckus. I absolutely love Ruckus's stuff. In fact, although you can't see it on that camera, I actually have a Ruckus painting up on the wall. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's over there. It's over there. I actually technically can show that on camera. I'll show it a little while. You guys, yeah. Okay, anyway. So, Huntress by Renee Carter Hall was in second place, and Chacket in the Alley was in third place. That's actually nice. I'm glad to see that that Chacket stuff is still making it up there in the anthropomorphic world. Best anthropomorphic short fiction, When a Cat Loves a Dog. I'm sorry, but lol. Number 2 is a stand-up guy, a real stand-up guy. Number 3 was a best puppy ever. Best anthropomorphic other literacy work was Black Sad Amarillo, followed by Abandoned Places. Best anthropomorphic graphic story was given to My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic and Two Kinds. Wow, I haven't heard Two Kinds in a while. And there's a couple of other that I'll read. Slightly Damned, there was Furthia High and End Town, which I think I heard of End Town, but I haven't heard any of the other ones. But I definitely heard of Two Kinds. Shout out to all you Two Kinds fans out there. Best anthropomorphic comic strip is given to House Pets, followed by Free Fall and Slave State in second and third place. Best anthropomorphic magazine was given to Infernation, followed by Flayra. Shout out to Flayra, love you. Green Reaper, who might be tuned in.
I've never heard of Infernation.
There's also Thursday and Dogpatch Press in third and fourth place, which is interesting. I've heard of Dogpatch Press. I've never heard of Thursday.
These might actually be other news sources that we have not ever used.
I'm gonna right-click that and just kind of... Well, it says magazine, though, so it doesn't say necessarily news source. Best anthropomorphic published illustration was given to...
We lost video feeds.
We did? Oh, that camera went out. Oh, boy. I'll fix that camera in a minute. Sorry, guys. It's the... yeah, it's...
Did the fan go? And the fan went?
No, the camera didn't shut off. I'll talk about it in a little bit. Anyway, Midwest FurFest 2014 convention book wraparound cover was the best anthropomorphic published illustration. That's interesting and very specific. Number 2 is Off the Beaten Path, and number 3 is also Chacket in the Alley. I should probably look at that. I'd probably get a boner, because I like Chackets. Best anthropomorphic game, Pokemon Omega Ruby, followed by Five Nights at Freddy's, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2 in third place. And
Octodad's Deadliest Catch was the fourth one. I didn't even understand that game. It just kind of was one of the ones, probably like Katamari Damacy.
yeah.
Because it didn't seem like it made any sense, but you're a freaking octopus dad that like runs around and just fucking fuck shit up.
Pretty much.
With your tentacles. They stick.
And lastly, best anthropomorphic website was number 1 for Affinity. With runners-up Equestria Daily, which is a My Little Pony website, for those of you who don't know what Equestria Daily is, WikiFur, yay WikiFur, Ink Bunny, shout out to Ink Bunny, and Furries Writers Guild. So there you go, all of the Ursa Major winners there for the past year. It just goes to show there's lots of stuff out there. I'm really happy that all of the Chacket stuff made it up there, and I'm also really glad that some of my favorite furry publishers really got up there, especially Rukus. Shout out to Rukus. I absolutely love her stuff, and she's also a fantastic person to talk to and get to know. So it's pretty awesome. Anyway, in the meantime, Pharaoh has some ridiculous animal news stuff that I guess he's gonna go on, and
Someone threw this at me, so I guess I'll read it, because it's about foxes, and it's not even really that good of a story, but it's still funny. Chernobyl fox makes a bacon sandwich. You know, as a fox, I don't like bacon.
You know, I like bacon when it's separated. I don't like when...
I upset a lot of people in the things that I like and don't like.
That's two strikes tonight. You're one more, Pharaoh, and I don't know. I might sever connections with you.
You know, you could never.
I could try.
What's so good about bacon?
It's fucking amazing. I had it this morning.
There's good bacon and there's still bad bacon.
Okay, but at least
like
tell
when
me
we
this.
cooked bacon on the grill is delicious.
I was gonna say
that's good bacon.
That moment in time will live forever because that bacon was
because it's almost like jerky. It's like it's thick cut. It's
so
cooked
good.
Right,
cooked on a grill. Which
grill.
was so good. That was good. That was great. You like bacon? You better like bacon.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But in general, I'm just not a fan of bacon. I don't know. It's just
I feel like bacon, as I'm eating food here, very appropriate. Just gonna eat some food. I feel like bacon is overused. Do you know what I mean? Like, It's on everything. It's all over menus and restaurants.
It's,
and
a
shit.
little, it's a little too like exactly. I feel
It
like
is.
it's overhyped.
See, but
it's like people are
like,
like
I love-
crazy with bacon.
I
heard
love
this-
I love making some bacon and just eating it. But like putting bacon, like having like a cake with like bacon interlaced in it,
bacon.
It's
Why
like
not?
okay, actually, ice cream and bacon is absolutely fantastic, and that is actually a French tradition. I'm pretty sure. I've had that, and that was absolutely
Okay,
fantastic.
Fernando's chocolate chip and bacon cookies was pretty fucking good. I have to admit that.
See, I wasn't a fan of those.
You weren't a fan of those?
I wasn't a fan of those.
It had a nice like bit of like sweet and like salty flavor to it, so that's why I think I liked it.
Okay.
It's more so because it was sweet and salty.
I'm glad you like sweet and salty things, Pharaoh.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Anyway, I'll let you go ahead and continue. By the way, I have a video of the fox when you're done reading the article.
In science fiction, exposure to radiation often gives characters superpowers. So a fox making a sandwich is a superpower. It's better than common sense, I guess. But that's ridiculous, right? All that too much radiation will give you cancer or really high exposures, acute radiation syndrome. Someone had better tell this fox, though, because growing up in Chernobyl exclusion zone appears to have made it very smart, given the standards of the notorious Canny vulpus vulpus. Besides the capacity to pile bread and bacon together to make a serious, impressive sandwich, the fox also shows very little fear of humans. Probably because it hasn't been exposed to them, because probably it's in a highly irradiated zone still, which you're not supposed to be in for too long, which I'd still love.
You can go to Chernobyl and live okay. You're just not supposed to drink any of the water and eat it. Like, the wildlife actually doesn't live long enough in Chernobyl to experience the effects of the radiation.
It's still radioactive.
Oh, it's still radioactive. It's just like you can go there. You're just not supposed. You don't drink any of the groundwater, and you should travel there for a day.
Don't lick the trees.
Right. You should travel to Chernobyl for a day and then leave. Is what you should do.
Yeah, you can't stay in there that long.
I wouldn't stay there for more than a day or two.
Go fursuit there.
To be honest, that'd be fucking badass.
That would
except
be.
we would definitely probably have to sterilize the fursuits
Oh,
because
yeah.
they'd be radioactive.
That'd fit if you have a radioactive persona.
And then trying to get those back into the United States would be so fucking hard.
Yeah, we'd pretty much just have to leave him there.
So maybe we shouldn't.
We'll make a little FurCast shrine.
Yeah, but then what'll happen is your fursuit will just like the radioactivity will turn it into a real furry.
Is that how it works?
That's how it
That's
works,
how it
actually.
works?
Yeah.
This fox, it must have been a fursuit.
Must.
A bacon-loving furry. Just left their suit there.
Most commenters have assumed that this is a consequence of living in the area where humans have largely evacuated since the nuclear reactor exploded 29 years ago. It's also possible, however, that food in the zone is such short supply that the fox was hungry enough to overcome its natural fear response and eat it. On the surface, the animal life is thriving around Chernobyl, but species are experiencing contradictory and poorly understood side effects on their health inside the areas of radioactive effects. With the ecosystem failing, the fox may be finding food in short supply.
By the way, if I just whoops, looks like I thought they were narrate. Oh, see, I saw the BBC video. This is the video. Oh, so cute. It's so cute. So it actually like takes the bag that they gave it, dumps out all the bread onto the ground, and then it goes and let's see. It starts making a fucking sandwich. It like legit like takes the bread, stacks it, and figures out. Now I'm not sure if I don't think the fox was trying to make a sandwich. I think the fox was just trying to grab all the food at once. But it just makes this huge sandwich that it can barely fit in its mouth, and just starts like.
He's a real fox. One trip only.
Yeah. Like he's got that. Like look at that. Like squashing the bread down, walking around, making sure he didn't leave any behind. It just wanders off into the woods.
Yeah, I'm done.
With this huge sandwich in its mouth. Like, absolutely fantastic.
What a gangster.
I like how the Fantastic Mr. Fox is.
Is the YouTube the YouTube suggestion is Fantastic Mr. Fox next. Oh, but anyway. So there you go. Oh.
I still would love to visit Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care that it's fact it's radioactive and it probably has adverse health effects of going there even still, but it would still be pretty fucking cool. Like, I just want to walk around the buildings. Just for, like, a few hours one day.
Because I'm a gearhead, I would love to see the abandoned cars that are still there, like, years later.
I want to go on the merry-go-round.
That'd be cool.
That'd be creepy as fuck.
What?
Just some creepy.
I'd be... to be honest, I would not want to be there at night. Just in general.
I have a feeling that's a bad idea.
Like, I just would not want to be there at night.
The radioactive monsters come home and get you.
Shut up, I'm gonna have nightmares.
I've seen enough movies. I've seen Hills Have Eyes.
Nope. Nope.
Anyway, so I have an interesting article, and this is about human psychology and genetic engineering. The danger of GMOs. Is it all in your mind? Why do so many people oppose genetically modified organisms or GMOs? According to a new paper forthcoming in the journal Trends in Planet Science, it is because opposition to GMOs taps into deep cognitive biases. These biases conspire to make arguments against GMOs intuitive and compelling, whether or not they are backed by strong evidence. The authors of the paper, a mix of philosophers and biologists, turned to research in the cognitive sciences to shed light on the mismatch between the public's perception of GMOs, which is fairly negative, especially in Europe, and the state of the evidence about their safety, which is fairly positive. They identify a handful of psychological tendencies and preferences that can help explain what they refer to in the title of the paper as the intuitive appeal of GMO opposition. Some messages about GMOs, whether they come from the scientists, the media, or the lobbyists, or the politicians, can resonate and play a large role in shaping public opinion, while others will still fall flat. What do these psychological tendencies and preferences look like? I'll mention two: psychological existentialism and preference for the natural. When it comes to biological organisms, psychological existentialism, or essentialism, it's psychological essentialism, refers to the tendency to think of a species as being defined by some underlying essence that makes an individual the kind of organism that it is, and that gives rise to its core properties, such as what it looks like or how it tastes. Essentialist biases are one reason people have a hard time wrapping their heads around human evolution. Natural selection requires variation within a species. That's what fuels differential reproduction, whereas a shared essence highlights what is common across an individual as a species, not how they differ. Moreover, the idea of common descent implies that new species can gradually evolve from earlier species, which challenges the idea that species boundaries are clear-cut, with each species corresponding to a unique essence, right? So it's the idea of, like, you say that's a dog. Well, what makes that a dog? How do you define that? Like, they're all different. They're all genetically different. What specific thing makes that a dog or not a dog?
Want to know something interesting that I found out, too?
What?
That there is no banana left on Earth that has not been genetically modified.
I knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And another interesting fact for you.
What?
People, there's that artificial banana flavor.
Yeah.
And people always hate, it's artificial banana flavor. Technically, that's what bananas used to taste like in the 1950s.
Really?
Because they've been modified so much. That was the original flavor of what bananas actually tasted like. And I just never changed it ever since then.
Wow, damn. Learn something new every day.
I have so much useless information.
When it comes to GMOs, essentialist beliefs arise in a few forms. One recent paper reported a greater opposition to transgenic modifications, which involve crossing species boundaries, than to cisgenic modifications within the same species, mirroring people's greater resistance to macroevolution. It mirrors people's greater resistance to macroevolution, however, not necessarily microevolution. Another study found that most Americans believe that tomatoes with catfish genes would taste fishy. mirroring other domains in which essentialist beliefs lead to inaccurate views about transmission. For instance, some people believe that the recipient of an organ transplant could acquire the personal characteristics of the donor. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's been enough movies on that, though.
Potentially because...
Wait. Haven't you seen Idle Hands? Where he gets a hand transplant, and it's a hand transplant of a serial killer, and then the hand starts killing people?
No.
Potentially because they believe some of the donor's essence is transmitted along with the organ. That fucking word, essence. Oh, it's the essence. Oh, you can't genetically modify it. It's got essence. Excuse me. I'm coughing here. A second factor underlying the intuitive distrust of GMOs are people's preference for the natural, though pinning down precisely what that means might be its own challenge. A 2012 article on European and American beliefs about the meaning of natural found that for many people it is defined by negation. When it comes to food, the natural is that which does not involve additives, processing, or human intervention. Consistent with these ideas, a study published in 2014 found that genetic hybrids were judged more negatively when they came about via genetic modification than via natural procreation, even when the gene combinations themselves were the same. Cisgenic modifications were also judged as more natural than transgenic modifications, though neither were judged favorably by more respondents. Recognizing that human psychology plays a role in the distrust of GMOs isn't new. But the forthcoming paper in the Trends in Plant Science does a nice job summarizing some of the psychological processes at work, perceptions of GMOs, and invites a fresh conversation about how scientists, policymakers, and the public can best come together around these issues. Of course, understanding the psychology of GMOs doesn't tell us whether GMOs are truly safe or about their economic, legal, and social consequences. Those are questions for biologists, economics, and legal scholars and ethicists, not just for cognitive scientists studying the human mind. But identifying the role of cognitive processes in the perception of GMOs can help to shed light on why discussions of GMOs often take the forms they do. And, just maybe, a more critical attitude toward why we do, and don't, find some idea intuitive or compelling can help us change the conversation from one that's grounded in gut feelings about what's natural or what's right, to one that's grounded in scientific evidence and constructive argumentation. It's an article from NPR.
To be honest, genetically modified organisms or GMOs have been done even naturally through humans, even without genetic manipulation, by taking the most prominent gene from one, or just taking plants that are bigger and then combining them with other bigger plants is a genetically modified organism in some extent, because you're selectively picking the organisms you're breeding.
Right.
Same thing with anything else. I mean, granted, this is only doing it on a molecular scale, but it's still the same thing. But
yeah.
But I think it's the fact that Monsanto needs to die.
That's also a big part of it. Is I think people lost their interest in GMOs when the whole copyright thing started to become a part of it. But I don't know. Anyway, so I have a treat for you guys. This is
like a dog treat.
Is this the furry? Is this?
All right, don't spoil it. All right. So you guys know those public access television shows where they sell art? You know what I'm talking about? Where they have an artist and they'll be like, "Oh, it's worth this much money. Call in if you." Oh, I know. Wait. Oh shit! That camera keeps dying. I need to figure that out. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
I could just stare into their eyes for a little while if you want.
You could just do that. There you go. Pharaoh will just stare at you guys for a little bit. Anyway, so you guys are watching one of these TV shows and you're like, "Oh, beautiful piece of art. Call in and place a bid." It's one of those bidding public access TV shows, right? Oh, this is so great.
Gallery 33 has been underwritten by Hamilton Bank.
This is 1992, correct?
Yes.
WITF-TV proudly presents the work of Central Pennsylvania's artists and craftspeople.
Central Pennsylvania, huh?
That already scares me.
Now, live
Can we
from our
find the person
studio,
that
ready
drew
for your
these,
bidding, in
by the way?
support of public broadcasting, the Gallery 33 collection.
So for those of you who are watching the video feed, you get to see this.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the WITF studio on this
All right, so let's see.
Saturday afternoon.
The next item, number 71. It is a watercolor titled Surfacing by Brian Swords of York.
And it's furry porn. It's furry porn.
Wide and 24 inches high.
Brian Sword's work sells absolutely marvelously here on Gallery 33. His cartoon characters are delightful, and I think he lets us each imagine whatever we'd like to with these things. These two rats are jumping up out of the water.
Imagine.
And they are having a good time,
They
and that
sure
item
are.
number is 71. It is a watercolor titled
They are
Surfacing
having a
by
good
Brian
time.
Swords
All right,
of
so
York.
you guys see that's okay, right? It's not that much nudity. Let's skip a little bit ahead. Let's see. Let's
Once
see.
again, elected by lots and lots
Oh.
of people.
Oh.
It's the kind of a thing where you read it for what it says to you. Very delightful.
You read it for what it says to you. I like the fact that like
70 watercolor sheets and pillowcases by Brian Swords of York. Again, 19 inches wide, 24 high. The assigned value, $75. Item 212, mixed media. It's untitled. Robert Wallace of Liverpool. And this piece is 12 inches wide and 10 inches high.
The artist explains to us
Awaiting the minimum.
Oh, it cut out. Okay, so they cut out for a commercial break. All right, so yeah, this one.
I like when they try to explain it without saying like.
Item 734 next, a watercolor titled The Smell of Wet Fur by Brian Sword. It's 24 inches wide and 18 inches high.
Now, this is another in the continuing series by Brian Swords of his very amusing drawings and paintings of rats in unusual circumstances. In this case, the smell of wet to an
Unusual
hot tub.
circumstances.
Obviously enjoying the evening. And what more can possibly be said?
Obviously enjoying the evening.
What I love is first they were like, oh, it's absolutely wonderful. And now they're like, well, it's very humorous. You know, it's very...
4 inches wide, 18 inches high, with an assigned value of 7.
All right, so let's keep going. Let's see if...
The Biohazard series began as a statement about brutality to experimental animals and has developed into a whole scene of these rather unusual rats involved in all types of normal human activities. This normal human activity needs very little description.
All right,
normal.
This normal human activity needs very little description.
And the assigned value is $75.
All right, so let's skip ahead a little more. Let's see.
Swords of York. The dimensions are...
Oh, here we go. This one, the title of this one.
Item number 69.
All right, we gotta wait for...
Titled Exchanging Fluids by Brian Swords of York. The dimensions are 24 inches wide.
Exchanging Fluids.
And this is really, we were saying, kind of a companion piece to the Brian Swords piece that we had up on the table previously. Actually, this one should have come up first, and that should have been the later piece.
Well, been on both, right?
And anyhow, it also is self-explanatory, certainly.
Once again, our final piece for the 1992 Gallery 33 is item number 69, a watercolor titled Exchanging Fluids by Brian Swords of York. The dimensions are 24 inches wide by 19 inches high. The assigned value is $75. Thank you very much, Averill, and thank you very much, Kathy. There you have it. Pick up the phone and place your bids. We'll close this area off very soon because that's it here from Hamilton Bank, Area B.
So there you go. In 1992, there was furry porn being sold on live TV.
Wow.
It's pretty fucking funny.
Exchanging Fluids.
I like the smell of wet fur.
That's something you don't,
Absolutely
smell
amazing.
at cons because nobody takes a shower.
Exactly. Anyway. All right, so
jeez.
Pharaoh, do you want to read an article real quick? If you could read one, and then I'm going to try to fix that camera. I need to figure out what the heck is going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that camera. It doesn't, I think... Oh, no, now it's back. Now it's randomly back. I don't know. I don't know if it's losing the HDMI handshake or it could be something else, but I'll go over and check it in a bit. I think it might be the HDMI repeater might be dropping the handshake. It could be that. Anyway.
I'll read this one because I find it kind of actually interesting.
Okay.
It kind of applies to most people of our generation.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Study finds that gamers have a greater cognitive function and more gray matter than
That's
non-gamers.
interesting. Well, I could sort of understand that because if you think about it, gamers, gamers.
Please stop.
Okay,
please.
I will. I'm sorry. But anyway, gamers like to enter. Like a lot of the times, they need something to keep their mind occupied, right? Like that's the whole idea of gaming is it's interactive. And some people look down on that because it's like, oh, you're just wasting your mind away with some game. But a lot of times it's just because those people.
Hey, I'd like to take some of the people that say that and then put them in a fucking Zelda game and have them solve the water temple. And we'll see how well they do, and then we can judge them. Because that will be my test.
I love Zelda, by the way.
Zelda.
I was Link for Halloween when I was like 8 years old.
I hate when people say, I love...
So anyway,
I can always tell when someone like is new to playing Zelda when they're like, oh yeah, I played Zelda and like I was, I was using the sword as Zelda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Sure,
that's what you're doing.
Ready to read?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Gamers everywhere, rejoice.
Wait for it.
It turns out that gaming prowess is an indication of a better connected brain. This latest conclusion was drawn from research which looked at the cognitive function of action video gamers, AVGs, of different levels of proficiency. For the noobs out there, action video game subjects the gamer to physical challenges including hand-eye coordination and reaction time games. This could be racing or fighting, for example. There's already an abundance of evidence that shows that expert AVG players, gamers who are regionally or nationally championships at AVG competitions, have superior cognitive abilities to amateurs. This led researchers teams, led by Yao, to investigate the brains of expert and amateur gamers to see if they could continue to differentiate the differences between them. As described in the scientific reports, the study consisted of performing MRI scans of the brains of 27 expert gamers and 30 amateur gamers. The scans focused on the networks within the region called the insular cortex, which is associated with perception, motor control, and cognitive functioning. The results showed that expert gamers had greater functional connectivity in their brain hemispheres than the amateurs. The images below show a map of the left and right hemispheres of the brain and the regions that were connected and exist. The bold white lines show where the experts had significant enhancements when compared to the amateurs. And it shows the left and the right side. I think left brain is more cognitive and... right brain I think is creativity. Left brain is problem solving and functioning with advanced problem solving.
If I remember correctly, that's it. I'm just pulling up a diagram right here. And left brain is like logic, analytical stuff, and right brain is like creativity, imagination, intuition, stuff like that.
So the left brain has huge amounts of extra connections, and then the right side has, a few lines of extra. The regions of the super connections were largely in the left hemisphere, often associated with calculations, logic, and objective thinking. It would certainly indicate why the expert gamers are superior when it comes to things such as problem solving within action video games. And if you played Zelda too much. Experts were also found to have more gray matter in their brains than amateurs, particularly in the left insular cortex and the central insular subclass. Gray matter processes information in the brain, meaning that gamers with more gray matter can process more data more efficiently. So the next time you find yourself playing video games, just remember that you could be improving your cognitive ability while you're gaming. There seems to be evidence that you can increase the amount of gray matter you have in your brain, which also means if you practice, you too can be an expert gamer. And, in the end, have a better connected brain.
Very nice.
So is it bad that I don't game at all?
It means you lack cognitive functions.
Oh, alright.
I used to game a lot.
Not me. Well, when I was younger, a little bit.
I have a lot more gray matter than you.
I have a lot more gay matter than you.
Yes, you do.
Thanks.
You do have a lot more gay matter than me.
I just radiate rainbows.
Radiate rainbows?
Yeah.
That's a lot of gay. I mean, when you start radiating rainbows, you're like level of beyond Richard Simmons gay. Like that, I feel like you can't radiate rainbows. I feel like your brother radiates rainbows.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like-
man, he's a pancake flipper, all right. Hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
brother's actually kind of scary.
Have you met my brother?
No, I have not.
Oh.
I just know he's scary.
Yeah.
Is he scary, Pharaoh?
No, he's just really, really, really fucking gay,
Anyway.
and then doesn't admit it.
No. He's like, I'm straight. I'm like,
So
bro.
speaking of gay things, this is absolutely fantastic. This news comes out of the UK. A man in Manchester was upset with the government. So he was upset with the government because there were potholes on the roads from the seasons it happens. Like we get potholes really bad here.
I'm upset with the government right now.
Right. So, for example, in the area we live in one of the most snowed, like harshest winter areas of the entire country.
Negative 20 degrees.
Yeah, absolutely awful. And so, anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna read the article.
We should probably go around doing this, CJ, everywhere, even though we'll probably get arrested. But
I'm gonna actually,
okay with that.
I'm gonna show this in the video feed. A mysterious dick pic vigilante who goes by the name Dick Pic Vigilante.
that's a good show title.
Dick Pic Vigilante, who goes by the name of Wanksy. Wanksy.
See, for this pothole though, I feel like a vagina would be a lot more suiting. I don't know. I feel like vaginas would.
I feel like that would be good, but it's harder to. I don't know.
It is hard to draw a vagina. So I mean, drawing a dick is easy. Drawing a drawing a vagina, you need artistic talent.
So, in case you guys are wondering what this is, let me just say it for you guys, especially for those of you who are on the video feed. This guy was pissed that the local town and city government were not fixing the potholes on the road. So he would go around and he would draw, and when I say draw, I mean spray paint. He would spray paint dicks around the pothole. He would make a giant dick on the ground so that they had to come fix it.
I'm just looking at the
Fucking
pictures
amazing.
right now.
Fucking amazing. Absolutely just... So this is on the video feed right now.
Oh my god. Go to the next one.
The next
I died. No. Those. Oh my god. That is great.
Speaking to i100.co.uk, the anonymous street artist said that he had been working, quote, on and off for a couple of years, but that the problem in Ramsbottom, Greater Manchester, has, quote, gotten really bad recently. On one of the photos on his Facebook page, the activist explained that one of the potholes had been there for 8 months without being filled, but after he drew a penis on it, the pothole was fixed in less than 48 hours.
Wow, that is impressive turnaround time.
Oh my god, it's absolutely amazing. However, Wanksy fears that the high output may now have ballsed up his initial objectives, telling i100.co.uk, quote, they don't always get filled, in fact. I think the council may be deliberately not filling them now.
So go to vaginas.
Indeed, the local council office has taken a dim view of his actions, telling Manchester Evening News that not only do they deem the drawings to be obscene, but that, quote, every penny we have to spend cleaning off this graffiti is a penny that we have to spend, or a penny less that we have to spend on actually repairing the potholes. I see, the thing is, you weren't repairing the potholes before, so I don't know if that argument really works, Manchester government. Just saying.
We should probably try this around this area.
I've had a permanent smile on my face for the past, like...
I know, you're just sitting there smiling so much.
This is such a good idea.
I'm so ready.
This is such a good... Nevertheless, the support for the street artist continues to grow online, with one commenter on his Facebook page claiming, quote, let's make the council realize we won't put up with the ridiculous condition of our roads, while another simply says, well done, dude, you're my hero. And I'm going to show another one on the video feed right there. And then there's another picture right there. That is absolutely amazing.
Do you have to work early tomorrow?
No.
Me neither. I have spray paint.
Avoid the dicks.
There are so many by my house. God.
You could just write captions under each one. Don't be gay, avoid the dick.
Roads of dicks.
Roads of dicks.
You guys can just go ahead and see, like... Oh my god. It's ridiculous.
Dick Pic Vigilante.
Can we add Wanksy to the list of people I would love to party with? Just because I feel like we make a connection.
I want to meet this guy. It's just so great.
And his name, Wanksy.
Amazing.
I want to meet this guy so bad.
Shout out to any Manchester furries. You guys should totally have a fur meet with this guy.
Find Wanksy and just
Find
give him a high
Wanksy
five.
and have a fur meet with this guy. Amazing. So anyway, that's an article there. I'll wait for Pharaoh to grab another one.
I already have one.
Oh, you already have one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good song. Let's do this one.
Since we're sticking with weird news and from the, other kingdom of across the seas, aka not the US.
Hashtag royal baby.
British man banned from using coin-operated machines.
How does that happen?
To be honest, I already read this article.
Okay.
Not on the show, but I read it prior. And I find this to be the very justifiable punishment.
Really?
I feel like other countries do better at enforcing, even though it's strange, it's effective. That's just what I would put it. In the US, it's just you're either fined or you're arrested and thrown in jail. That's the only kind of things that happen in the US.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like other countries, look at Remy Guinard and everything, they just do things that you would never.
Okay, Remy Gallard's in France. That's even a little further. That's even a little further off the scale.
I know that's just going way off the scale, but anything he does, you could never, ever.
You'd be arrested immediately.
Exactly.
Right, immediately.
Yeah. And it's he gets arrested, he pays a fine and gets back out.
And then just does more stupid shit.
For those of you who don't know Remy Gallard, he's basically this stunt guy on YouTube. They will get in a bunch of animal costumes and then just chill out in the middle of a highway.
They played real life Pac-Man and destroyed a supermarket. Do you know what my favorite one is?
I like the Mario Kart ones the best, to be honest.
Mario Kart's the greatest.
Especially when he drives into the supermarket with a fucking motorized cart and then grabs bananas off the shelf and the security guard starts to beat him and he drives away.
So what was your favorite one, by the way?
The Mario Kart one.
The Mario Kart one? My favorite one.
German elevator party.
Have you ever seen the Party Store one? It's a less common one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here's what happens.
Oh my god.
Maybe we'll show this in the post show. He gets on this tour bus with hundreds of people. I'm gonna watch. And they are all dressed up in all these different costumes. And you got Mario, you got Luigi, you got all these random Pac-Man characters. You got all these video game characters and movie characters. And he takes out a cell phone and he calls this party supply store. It's just some shitty store in a plaza or something.
Party Plus is
just a party store where you buy balloons. And he calls the party store and he goes, "Hi, is this the party store?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is the party store." He goes, "Oh, wait, this is a store for parties, right?" And they go, "Yes, this is the party store." And he goes, "Are you open?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're open." He goes, "Oh, great, we'll be right there." And then he hangs up and they drive and they go into and they destroy this.
I feel bad.
Gone. There's silly string everywhere. It was terrible.
They blow
it's called Fiesta.
It was bad. It was so bad. It's hysterical, but it's just, oh my god, I felt so bad for the store owners.
We definitely have to show this.
We'll definitely show it in a little while.
Yes.
But yeah, Remy Gallard, for those of you who don't know him, he's a YouTube phenomenon. Absolutely ridiculous.
The Mario Kart one where he drives on the street, the police pull him over, they're writing him a ticket,
and he
gets
away.
Back into his Mario Kart, flips off the police and drives away. That's 5 years in prison in the US. Easily. That's evading police. That's easily 5 years in prison.
Oh
and he gets arrested, goes in
what
jail
I love
for the
is that
night.
they were filming it the whole time too.
Yeah.
All of these they film, and then
the cops have to know who Remy Gallard is by this point.
He probably has a criminal record.
The kangaroo one.
Oh my god,
that's such a. That's such a.
Where he runs out of the golf course when people are calling it.
The one guy's bent over the lake and he just kicks him.
Drop kicks him.
Yeah,
I'd be so fucking pissed if that was me and someone drop kicked me into a lake. I would beat the shit out of him too. He chased us with the golf club.
Yeah, Remy. If you guys have not seen a Remy Gallard video, watch one.
You're missing out.
You are missing out.
Yes.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Anyhow, British man banned from using coin-operated machines. life is about to severely change for a British man banned from using any coin-operated machine for the next 5 years.
Well, that's good because they all take EMV now.
Russell Stanfield, 38, has a long history of thefts. The most recent happened earlier this year when he was caught stealing money from a parking meter near a hospital in Oldham, UK, the Daily Mail reports. In order to stop Stanfield, a judge issued a Criminal Behavioral Order, CBO, this week that bans him from touching or using any coin-operated machines in the country for the next 5 years.
That's so fucking weird.
It's effective.
How do you enforce that?
I don't know how you enforce it, but it's effective.
Like, does every cop just have to memorize like his face, and he just goes to use the tube or something, and he puts some coins in the machine to get a ticket, and some cop's just like, hey,
you can't do that.
Can't do that.
Don't touch it.
How was he stealing money from the parking meters?
Wait. So he can't use a. What if the machine also takes card? Like if it's like a.
If you can stick coins in it, he can't use it.
So wait, okay. Let me get this straight. If it's like a soda machine,
he can't.
And you can like swipe a card or tap to pay, he can't do that.
No, because it takes coins. Actually, there's. Let me continue reading.
Okay,
There's exceptions.
Let's get. Okay, I want to know what these exceptions to the rule.
However, let's see. Sorry, the CBO this week bans him from touching or using any coin-operated machines in the country. It is believed to be the first of its kind in the entire world for the CBO. The CBO, however, does allow certain exceptions. He can buy a subway ticket, but has to immediately move away from the machines that he is using. So he can't stay for an extended period of time in front of a machine. Also, he can use a payphone, but only in emergency situations. It's just weird, if I'm honest. There are so many things I can't do. If I'm at a hospital for hours, for example, I can't buy any food from the machines. He said, according to the Manchester Evening
You could just give it to somebody
News.
else. Like, how do you explain? Like, some person walks up, hey, can you do me a favor? Oh yeah, sure. What is it, sir? I'm not allowed to put a coin in that machine because it's illegal for me to do so. So can you take this? can you? Like, how do you explain that to somebody? Oh, that is so arbitrary.
I've done some things to machines. I can no longer touch them. Can you put the money in there for me?
I thought that's where the story was going.
Guys, I know that there was no camera. It's okay. I saw it. I fixed it. Guys, everybody's freaking out. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Guys, hey, chat room. Listen to me. It's okay, all right? I'm right here. I'm with you now, right now. Everything's okay. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine. Okay.
They can deal. He was quoted saying, "At least I now have an excuse not to pay for things."
Wow.
Stanfield is currently unemployed, he told the Evening News, and he is sorry for his previous crimes. He stated that it was actually a means of survival. I was desperate and going through a tough time, he told the Oldham Chronicle. But he believes that the sentence was justified.
Really? He thinks it was justified?
Well, he didn't have to pay a fine.
That's true.
And he admitted that he was just it was a means of survival because I guess he was hitting hard times.
Huh. See, what I don't understand is, like, if you were stealing money from parking meters, why don't they just ban you from using parking meters?
Because the judge was fierce.
I don't understand.
Don't ever touch another coin-operated machine for 5 years.
Anyway, so I have another little quick thing that I want to mention.
I'd be okay if I got like a sentence
I
like
love
that.
how you interrupted that.
Sorry, let's just kind of... Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. I just kind of want to shout this out. This is not really a news article, but I just kind of want to tell you guys about it and stuff like that. There was a film that is not fully released, but some of you might have seen it. It's called A Tale of Forbidden Love. If you Google search A Tale of Forbidden Love shot on red, you can usually find it. There's re-uploads on YouTube and stuff like that. But it is a short drama film about a zoophile and his dog. And the film is beautifully filmed. Like, it is absolutely amazing. It won a couple of awards at a film festival, actually. But I just kind of wanted to shout this out, and I'm going to put the link in chat and put the link also in the news feed. Basically, it's just a write-up on how they produced it and everything that they dealt with, and like, obviously a lot of people considered the documentary offensive, and just it was basically the director talking about how they lit it, how they filmed it, the train dog, the actor, all the stuff they went through, and they actually show pictures of the film, and you can see just like how they lit the whole thing. It was absolutely fantastic. But just to read the very beginning of the article here, it says, a short schedule, minimal crew, no budget, a red camera with an untried software build, and a trained dog in nearly every shot. What could go wrong? Absolutely love that. For those of you who don't know, red cameras have been known to have very unstable firmware. And so the guy who wrote the article was making a joke about that because, I've used a red camera once, and it was that was interesting. We started recording, and then it crashed, and then we started recording again, and then it crashed. Red cameras are fascinating. They're fantastic cameras, but they probably fixed most of the issues by now, but everybody makes fun of them for it. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to shout that out so you guys could see it. There's also another thing I'll mention really quick. Let me just Google it and see if I can find it. Okay, so I'm not going to include this in the show notes, but I'll just mention it to you guys. I just Google searched zoo space film, and it's the first result in Wikipedia and on IMDb. It was a 2007 documentary about the, you guys all know that famous story about the guy on the internet, how there's 2 girls, 1 cup, and there's the Mr. Hands video, and everybody, jokes about that. Well, it was actually a film about what happened, but it's also interviewing all the people and giving a very interesting perspective on it. And of course, a lot of people went into the film thinking it was gonna be all shock factor and all crazy, but it was actually apparently a really insightful film. And the film debuted at Sundance Film Festival, where it was one of 16 winners out of 256 candidates. And it won a bunch of other awards too. It was nominated, or was one of 16 documentaries selected for the Sundance Film, and it played at numerous U.S. regional festivals thereafter, where it also won more awards. It was selected as one of the top 5 films to be presented at Directors Fortnight Sidebar at the 2007 Cannes Film Festival. So that is the film Zoo, Z-O-O. It's a 2007 American documentary, and I have not seen it, but I just want to shout you guys out because I know there's some people who would care about that and find it relevant to their interests, so definitely shout that out. You might want to check it out. Could be good. At least a lot of people say it's good. I don't know if it's good, so don't take my word for it. It might be fucking terrible. I have no clue. Anyway, Pharaoh, do you have an article?
Not for it. Not against it, but just not for it.
You always mention that.
I know.
We know. We know. It's not about your opinion. I'm just...
You gave your opinion. I'm going to give my opinion.
I didn't give an opinion. I just shouted out that people could check it out.
I know.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, do you have an article?
Yeah, remember that god that was running around Florida naked?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Really?
That's a good question. The one having sex with trees.
Oh, he was...
Thor.
Yes. Don't tell me he died. No. Not again. No. Really?
Don't look into things.
What?
Just let me read.
Okay. Because you do realize if that's the truth, it'll be the second time this happened.
I don't know yet. However, truly bizarre crimes are starting to appear more often in Florida, linked to a certain drug. Flocka.
Fucking Flocka.
I don't know what this is, but I don't know how Florida can have more bizarre crimes. Well, again, if you're Thor, running around having sex with trees, claiming you're a god, getting zapped by tasers twice, and still, saying those don't, that doesn't affect me. Okay, Florida. I'm glad I don't live there. Perfect place for Meek, though. Love you, Meek.
That's why he's there.
Okay. He's creating Flocka.
He is Flocka.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ba-dum-ba. First, one man ran naked through the Florida neighborhood trying having sex with trees and told police that he was the mythical god of Thor. Another man ran nude down a busy street in broad daylight, convinced a pack of German shepherds were pursuing him. 2 others tried to separately to break into Fort Lauderdale's police department. They said they thought people were chasing them. One wound up impaled on the police fence.
Oh, snap.
They were trying to break into the police station on this drug. I mean, that's probably the best drug police can give to criminals.
I feel like if I was on a really dangerous drug, I'd probably try breaking into a police station too. That seems like a pretty safe thing to go and do.
So what is the common factor for all of these elements? Florida?
Florida? Just living in Florida?
Pretty much.
They didn't add that to it, as I feel like that should be the common factor. It's just, welcome to Florida. That should be like Florida's model. If you think it's weird, you haven't seen our state.
I just found another Florida Man article. It's mine. Read.
It's mine decision. Okay. So what is the common ground to all of these bizarre incidents in Florida? The fact that it's not in Florida. In the last few months? Well, the answer is Flocka. An increasingly popular synthetic drug designed by humans. I want something better than this. I don't want Lay Me Down Sally for this, because it's Florida.
It's Florida?
That's too like Georgian.
Okay, that's true. I agree.
Georgian?
I got something. Maybe this.
It's a little more exciting. I'm okay with this. It seems more like Florida. Tropical.
Crazy, yeah, tropical, yeah.
Anyhow. This drug is also known as gravel and is readily available for $5. A whole $5. And you can run naked through the streets believing that German shepherds are chasing after you.
Wow, I could get a lot of Flocka because I have $20 in my pocket. Anyway.
I hate you so much right now. For $5. It's a growing problem for police after bursting on the scene in 2013. It is the latest series of synthetic drugs that include ecstasy and bath salts, but officials say Flocka is even easier to obtain in small quantities through the mail. Flocka's active ingredient is a chemical compound called alpha PVP, which is on the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration's list of controlled substances most likely to be abused by people. I wonder what else is in the list of controlled substances. It is usually made overseas in countries such as China and Pakistan. Flocka, wait for this, is a derivative of the Spanish word for a thin, pretty woman.
Really?
Wow.
Give me some of that thin, pretty woman. Just need some of that. And is usually sold in a crystal form and often smoked using electronic cigarettes. Wow. Well then.
That makes it rather convenient.
So e-cigs
are now used for Flocka. In Florida.
It was only a matter of time.
It was only a matter of time. When you want to feel that the furries are going to eat you at a furry convention.
I definitely don't. See,
Hey,
the thing is,
for $5,
furries
For $5.
I feel like furries eating you at a furry convention is semi-realistic, though, so I kind of don't want to make that more real.
I don't know how I feel anymore.
You know, I mean, there's those, vor fetishes.
So it can be in crystal form, also been smoked with electronic cigarettes. It's popular with young adults, as it gives off no odor. It can be snorted, injected, swallowed, or injected. Anally. Stick it up your butt for a good time.
No.
I've had one addict describe it to me as $5 for insanity.
Wow, okay.
I would jump on that. Maybe.
Shit will make you go insane. $5. I'm in.
I'll do it. Just watch me. Just like watch me. Just
watch.
I don't
you.
want to be like breaking into police stations. Like I don't want to be running down the street naked.
I'm going drifting.
No.
Over the falls. You think this car can drift on water? I do. When's if I stand on the roof naked?
I don't care what you think anymore. I'm gonna do it anyways.
$5 for insanity.
That's just too good to pass up. I mean, yeah, come on.
I don't know, man. If some furry walked up to me at a furry convention,
It was like $5 for insanity. I'd be like, I'll give it a shot. It's $5. I mean, dude, come on.
A drug treatment counselor with the Broda Sheriff's Office in Fort Lauderdale. Many people still want to try it just because it's so damn cheap. It gives them a very heightened awareness. They feel stronger and a lot more sensitive to touch. But then paranoia sets in.
See, this is why you had to watch me.
So you feel like a superhero. You are so sensitive to touch, you can feel everything, but then everything goes to fucking shit. That's what you get for that cheap $5 shit. You think you're getting the good stuff at first.
What if it's laced with something?
Gotta pay to play.
It's laced with insanity. Judging from the evidence being seized by police all around Florida, Flocka is up so sharply. Submissions for testing in Florida Department of Law Enforcement crime labs have grown 38 in 2013 to 228 cases in 2014, and it is rapidly growing still. At the Broward Sheriff's Office laboratory, Flocka submissions grew from fewer than 2,020 in 2014 to already over 275 already in just the 3 months of this year. Wow. So, Florida, get ready.
Let's go visit Florida.
You know, this is where the first place, if zombies are going to happen, it's happening in Florida.
Gonna start in Florida. No doubt.
There is no other place in this country that zombies are going to take over than Florida. It's right
inevitable.
now, we probably should just build a barrier because Florida's already like the dick of the nation.
That's
so
Texas,
just cut
actually.
it, like just start drilling like a line through it so we can build a bridge and just maybe like close off Florida so that when shit does happen, we could just be like, nope. We were ready for this. We've had years.
We should do that. We should do that.
We don't have to worry about just start digging.
What are you doing? Don't worry about it. You'll thank us later.
We got this. Don't worry. We just buy property all along the north.
Shut up. We got this.
Border of Florida.
Then once the zombies start flowing in, we'll make a lot of money. We'd just be like, no, we're gonna shut this.
Hey,
here.
yeah, you want us to shut the gates now? Give us some money. That's how we'll make our millions.
I'm ready.
Just throw all the alligators and
You
sharks.
guys should have like a little gift shop like along the whole thing, and that's where you can sell all your products, like the
We'll
Gooch
sell
mirror.
the Gooch mirror. We'll sell what was it? The fuck chair or something? What was it?
The go fuck yourself.
The go fuck yourself. Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
It's definitely something worth watching. It's an emerging drug, said Chad Brown, the FDLA supervisor special agent. Great, yes. This actually makes perfect sense for this next line. Ready? Where else? Okay. I'm just going to pose this question to anyone listening and those in the studio. Where else do you think Flocka is becoming popular?
Ohio.
Correct.
Really? I was gonna
Both.
say it's either
Both.
really
Ohio and Texas.
Texas and Florida.
Yep.
OTF. It's OTF.
Ohio is like a North Florida.
Oh yeah.
Ohio. The North Florida. It's so true. It's like shit. The South has to deal with Florida. The North, well, you have to fucking deal with Ohio. Which is funny because Ohio is so fucking broken too. From what I have to deal with at work.
Oh yeah.
Literally, it is the broken infrastructure of the fucking New North.
Aren't there all kinds of problems with like all the CMTSs in Ohio?
Everything. The people, the equipment, everything.
Wow.
We just put a bandage over it. Like we have a picture with just a bandage over it, and it goes, "Someday you'll be fixed," and it says, "Nope." Scars run deep.
You know what's funny is I have a good friend of mine who lives in Ohio, and he has the ISP that you work for, Pharaoh, and he has really bad peering to my house, and I wonder if that's why.
Yes. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse, reports of flocka, also known as gravel, have been growing and surfacing in Ohio, Texas, and Tennessee. But Florida appears to be the nation's hotspot for the drug. In one case, 22-year-old Jasmine Nicole Lewis was charged in a DEA complaint with a conspiracy to distribute flocka after DEA agents based in London intercepted US-bound packages of the drug that were made in Hong Kong and then to be delivered into the US. An undercover DEA agent posing as a delivery company employed then bought the packages to Lewis's home in Palm Beach County, Florida, according to the court affiliate. Synthetic drugs are illegal in the present grave danger to our community, particularly our children, the Miami U.S. Attorney Wilfred Freyer reported. So let's see. There's more stories, but this goes on a little bit longer, but...
Yeah, it seems like a really long article.
Surprisingly, for a drug article, it's longer than we usually see. Okay, so I'll read 2 more paragraphs.
Okay, and then I got one more, and then we'll go on break.
Because there's 2 more examples of what flocka does to people, and I kind of like it. 50-year-old homeless man was caught on surveillance video in February trying to kick in a heavy glass door from the front of Fort Lauderdale Police Department, finally cracking it with his foot and a large rock. Bleeding above one eye, West told officers that he was desperate for help from police because he was being chased by 20 to 25 individuals, and he didn't really know why. Police reported that he smoked flocka. Didn't fucking open the door to the police station. Just fucking kicked in the fucking window and then broke the rest with a rock to walk through the window to tell the police to help him because he was being chased by 20 to 25 people for an unknown reason.
For $5.
For $5, you can enjoy this, plus much, much more.
Oh my god.
I'm so tempted now. I'm not even a drug person, but I'm curious.
It'd be kind of funny to see you do it and just record it and just see what the fuck happened. But then, have you on, See, I'd be afraid because, if you put you on a leash or something, you'd probably just drag us like a fucking superhero. I don't give a fuck. I'm going. And we're, holding you down. You're
the Hulk.
And then you just rip out of your clothes and just run naked to the streets. And we're like, there he goes.
Bye-bye. Oh, jeez.
In March, Shannon Nully got impaled through the buttocks on the police department's 10-high-foot security fence while trying to climb over it as he was being pursued, and that he needed to go to jail or they would kill him. Why are the officers complaining? They're just coming right to the police station. I mean,
they don't have to do any work.
They're not taking the door. They're, jumping over the fence there and getting impaled on it and through their buttocks and breaking through the police windows. But
sounds unpleasant, though.
Maybe if they just kept the officers on the outside and just waited.
Yeah, that would work. Florida.
Chenard was impaled on the police fence through his buttocks for hours before rescuers could cut him down. That's terrifying.
That sounds bad.
So you have a spike or spikes through your ass. So you're sitting on a fucking fence outside of a police station for hours. Man, the hold times are
$5.
$5.
$5.
$5. That's what you get.
$5 footlong in your ass for a couple hours.
Metal footlong.
A metal footlong. Ouch. Hours. Ouch. And they had to cut him down. So what is it, not coming out? Or what was going on there?
They probably just sat there and watched. Was like, you're a fucking
idiot.
They
got some popcorn going on. They're like, oh, look at that
He's
guy.
just running with his ass impaled.
I just imagine somebody goes up to him and just hands him another $5.
Here you go. He's like, thanks.
Here you go. Keep doing that.
You're doing great.
Finally, SWAT teams had to talk to Leroy Strothmers, 33, off of a rooftop in January after he fired a shot from up there, claiming he was being followed by a Haitian gang that had threatened his family and was going to take him down.
$5.
It sounds like they take this drug, you become a fucking action superhero. It's like, you want to live life like James Bond? $5. Because all these people have reported that they've been getting chased by gangs, like run down by German shepherds. It's like a choose your own adventure drug with a very shitty ending.
Choose your own adventure.
$5. Choose your own adventure.
$5.
Only catch is that you have to lose.
Don't even call it flock anymore. Just say, this is the pill that you choose your own adventure. It'll feel great at first, but then just remember, this is only $5. That's the only disclaimer you have to give people.
Wonder if there's like an upgrade to Flocka that's like only like $10? Yeah, it gives you a slightly better experience.
It's called meth.
The suitor or the drug?
I don't know. Either or.
Thanks.
Struthers, who was charged with being convicted felon in the possession of a firearm, told officers that he'd smoked Flocka and had no remembrance of how he got on the roof or why people were chasing after him. I got to the point where I was feeling very delusional and hallucinating everything, he told the sheriff's report. Police are trying to better recognize Flocka and the symptoms it can cause. Choose your own adventure.
This should be like standard training in Florida for this kind of thing.
Manufacturers, however, in third world nations subtly make changes to the chemical makeup, foiling efforts to test for the drug and its effects on the human body. It's frequent mixed with other substances such as crack cocaine or heroin, and it has unknown effects when mixed with those drugs. And Maine said of the Brown Sheriff's report, with prolonged use over as little as 3 days, behavioral changes can be severe in the individuals. It actually starts to begin to rewire the brain chemistry in people. They have no control over their thoughts, they can't control any of their actions, and they forget what they're doing. Maine said it seems to be a universal that they think someone is chasing after them. It's just dangerous. It's a dangerous drug.
For $5.
For $5. All this and more. Like, to be honest, it does sound like it's kind of fun. If it doesn't completely kill you and fuck you over because it's mixed with heroin, but
very tempting.
I'm curious to what it actually does to the neurological chemistry of the brain. Like, it has to do something. Sounds like it has the effects of ecstasy, so it probably increases the brain temperature because you have a heightened sense of awareness.
Yeah.
You also have enhanced receptors. So no, what's that? What else? What other drug is that? Not PCP, but
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of the drug that was LSD. It sounds like it's actually a kind of a form of LSD, to be honest.
Yeah,
because it increases heightened sense of awareness, delusional hallucinations, and it causes high enhanced sensitivity.
Yeah.
So it's basically cheap ass LSD.
So I have one more article out of Florida before we move on to our break tonight.
For $5.
For $5.
For $5. By the way, for anybody who just tuned in, remember that we're delayed this evening, which means we have not even had our first break yet. Florida man accused of... What do you think?
Was he naked?
Yes.
Of course. Well, you know...
Don't you love how I just answered your question?
Yes.
Right. So,
the temperature in Florida is very hot and very humid.
That's true. It's true. CJ, I'll leave it to you. What do you think he was arrested for? What do you think?
Indecent exposure for one.
We've had somebody saying they're Thor and fucking trees.
Yep.
We've had Flocka. That's a thing now. Was he in Flocka?
Yeah, it was Flocka. No, he was... No.
This guy's
no
not?
Flocka, no.
No Flocka. Yet. We don't know.
Yeah. No. This guy didn't even have $5.
Not yet. He didn't have $5.
He was doing something that police normally do.
Was he arresting somebody?
No, well,
Naked man
close.
arrests cop.
Only in Florida.
That's not it, though. That's not it. Wait, he was doing something that a cop would normally do. It's like just a standard part of the job you might come across when you're driving along the road.
I'm at a loss.
You at a loss?
Yeah, I'm at a loss.
All right, Florida man accused of urinating in the middle of the street while directing traffic.
Wow.
All I can think of is just a really big penis and just be like,
that way, this way. Like the SpongeBob episode where he's like flinging his arms, but it's actually just his dick.
Maybe he was watching SpongeBob prior.
He's peeing in the direction he wants you to drive. Go this way.
While spinning his dick.
All right, well, let's find out.
That's impressive.
Like a sprinkler.
A 35-year-old Winter Park man was arrested on allegations of urinating in the middle of a roadway while directing traffic. Terrence Rouse was arrested around 1 p.m. Friday in Fern Park on charges of indecent exposure of sexual organs and possession or use of drug equipment.
Flocka.
According to the Seminole County Sheriff's Office, a deputy on routine patrol near Lake of the Woods Boulevard in the U.S. Highway 1792 spotted two vehicles stopped at the intersection with a man, later identified as Rouse, waving at vehicles to go around him. The deputy said he thought there had been an accident, but he saw Rouse urinating in the middle of two turn lanes while using his other hand to wave drivers past him. So he gets in the middle of the lane, starts pissing, and then he just goes, "Oh, go around me." Basically, is what this guy did.
Just drive around.
Just drive around. Just waving for people to go around him.
Next window.
The deputy conducted a traffic stop. He reported that Rouse said, quote, "I drank a lot of water and couldn't wait for the light," before apologizing. Rouse was the passenger in the vehicle, and when the driver was interviewed by authorities, he said a backpack inside the car belonged to Rouse. According to officials, deputies said a bottle of marijuana residue, a digital scale, and baggies were found in the backpack. Rouse was arrested and taken to jail. So there we go.
Oh, that was it.
That was it. I think we should probably go on a break. What do you guys think?
Can I do one more quick article?
One more, really?
A quickie.
It's so late. It's already 11.
It's a quickie.
All right. We took up like the whole show with news, but that's okay. No, it's all right.
We didn't start till like almost 10.
That's true.
Georgia mother. Couldn't take a guess.
Shh. Georgia mother. Okay, well, it's not Ohio, Texas, Florida, so.
Well, it's close to Florida.
It's in, yeah.
So it's less with drugs. It's because it's Georgia.
It's in peeing
But think of what Georgia might be used for. You know, what's down south? You know, what things happen down south?
No.
I'm at a loss.
Yeah, just continue.
Family members, you know. Family members.
Okay.
And no.
What is
Are you
something?
talking about like incest?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
South.
Yeah. That's how is that? I don't even. Never mind.
Georgia mother accused of naked twister party
What?
with teen daughter.
Bruh.
I'd be okay with a naked twister party with a mother and their daughter.
I'd be okay too, to be honest. I don't.
That's not.
But
yeah.
apparently, if you read the rest of the title,
And sex with minors.
now
Okay.
that's another story. Yeah.
First part's okay.
First part's okay.
Second part.
Should wait a year or two. And then you could have a naked twister party. Maybe then that, you know, actually it's not that much of a minor. It's like 1 year below the legal age.
Anyway.
Still though.
This is the new hip thing. A Georgia mother is accused of hosting a party for her teenage daughter that allegedly included naked Twister. To be honest, I feel like that's the only way I could play Twister nowadays.
Just naked?
Yeah. At least there has to be some kind of an element that kind of mixes it up a little bit. Or like Fursuit Twister or something.
Yeah.
Which is obviously a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I mean? There has to be some element that like makes it not normal Twister. Like, it has to be...
To be a naked Twister would be a lot of fun.
There's that paint Twister.
I have an idea. For a con.
Naked Twister?
Underwear party, Twister. Twister underwear party. Wouldn't that be... Tell me that would not be fun.
It would.
Short Shorts Twister party.
Short Shorts Twister.
That would be even... For you guys, that would be good, yeah.
Can we do this?
Yes.
That'd be the next one?
Yes.
AC?
Bring Twister,
Bring Twister, and just in the middle of AC, we'll just plop Twister down and just do Short Shorts Twister party. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just straight
I'm
up.
so down. So ready.
Short Shorts Twister. We need to print a sign now that says Short Shorts Twister party.
Short Shorts only.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exclusive Short Shorts only.
Exclusive party in the middle of the convention center. Why don't we just do it outside?
Just in the front of the Westin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not like it's busy over there or anything.
So if you're outside, do you
guys know the little garden like ledges in the front lobby of the Westin?
Yeah.
I get yelled at for sitting on those.
Everyone does.
Exactly. Fucking everyone does. And some guy's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm eating a sandwich that I bought that you guys sold me, and I'm just chilling here.
So we're gonna play Twister there, in Short Shorts.
We get like a triple Twister mat. I think we need a big one.
We'll make one.
Do they make bigger Twister maps?
I'm not sure.
Like,
why don't we just get like 4 of them and just like tape them together?
We could. But I'm just wondering, like, is there like an industrial sized Twister map? Like, you know, like those big, huge, like in gym class where you had those huge like parachute things and you'd like pull it up and then sit underneath it.
Those were good. Those
were fun.
Those are good days.
Did you have those? I had those in gym.
Did you have the rolly carts that you sat on?
Oh my god, I love the rolly carts.
You lost a finger at the end of the day, but
oh, you fucked up. At some point, one thing you were getting out of there with brush burns at some point because you leaned on the edge, or that one wheel was squeaky, or that one wheel gets stuck, or on your finger probably too. Yeah, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna push this. Yeah, there goes the finger, the tip of it.
Okay, so we need to find an industrial-sized Twister mat.
We could do this.
Yeah.
Probably just make one. Just get a fucking tarp.
I was gonna say, just make one and we'll get some vinyl or some paint or something.
I just imagine what you do is you get a Twister map, but you have like a separate one for each person. And completely ruins the game. Like one person gets their own Twister map.
Let's have Cart make us one.
Well, you know, see how long it takes them to fix a bathroom. I don't know.
That's true.
Shots fired.
Years later. AC 2025 will have our big Twister thing.
Anyhow, to go back to Naked Twister, the mother hosted a Naked Twister party, also with the consumption of pot and alcohol. Well, you need that for a Naked Twister party. Accumulating with a woman having sex with a 16-year-old male.
Oh.
Okay.
To be honest, 16. That's age of consent in some states.
Yeah.
Like really? I just don't. I mean,
you're like,
it's not
14,
respect.
13.
Okay, here's the thing.
I feel like it's hard to force a 16-year-old male that, I'm a naked woman, have sex with me.
With a mother and a daughter.
With a mother and a daughter.
Here's the other thing that gets me. Like, I could see like some adults being even more responsible than a 16-year-old to the point where it actually almost might be healthier to do that because, you know, if you're 16 and you're in a shitty area, your peers might be fucking terrible, unreliable, druggy people or something, you know?
At least you learn something too, because...
Right, yeah, and you learn something and it's an adult and, you know... But anyway, here's what I want to say about that, though. They were probably really like
high.
On drugs.
Oh, yeah.
High. And that's the disappointing part, is it's like they were probably high like crazy.
High Twister with munchies, naked fucking.
It sounds like...
That sounds like a lot of people in the community would like that.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
It's like you don't want to admit it, but you know it's true.
Anyhow. Rachel Lenhart, 35, was arrested on Saturday night on the charge of 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The charges stem from the wild party allegedly had a few weeks back in her home. According to the police reports, the suspect also lost custody of her 5 children, ages 4, 6, 8, 10, and 16.
That sucks. I imagine there were probably other things going on to cause that, though.
The allegations, however, were made by Lenhart's Alcoholics Anonymous sponsor, who contracted the Columbia County Sheriff's Office after meeting with the subject to discuss her future plans for sobriety. Lenhart allegedly told her sponsor that the 16-year-old daughter texting asking if she could have friends over to party, according to the sheriff's report obtained by the Augusta Chronicle. Lenhart reportedly agreed to allow her daughter and friends to smoke pot and drink booze in her home. In addition to the sponsor, also told investigators that Lenhart participated in the Naked Twister events with teens, showing the photos of herself having sex with her boyfriend, her daughter's boyfriend. Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That's a fun mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
quite
Hey,
some
Mom, what
party.
do you want to do? Well, I'm going to fuck your boyfriend.
And play Twister.
And play Twister.
Make it unplugged.
I'd be like, all right.
Okay.
The daughter might be pissed.
Maybe they're into that. I don't know.
Maybe they're into that.
Maybe they're into that.
I want to date you so my mother can fuck you.
Tag team.
The FBI is just going to come in and shut this down right now. Like we're being really bad right now.
Tag team, I'm tapping out. Mom, you take over. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
We need a break. We need a break right now. I'm going early.
Oh my god.
Did you?
My mind is just... Family tap out. Go in, Dad.
Drink.
Oh, fucking god.
Do you want to just go and break? We'll get back to this.
No, there's not much left. I'm just gonna go fucking through it.
All right.
I confess I had sex with an 18-year-old male in a bathroom during the Naked Twister party. So she had sex with an 18-year-old male. Leonard apparently woke up in bed alone, but awoke around 3:30 when she felt someone having sex with her as well. She said that she thought it was the 18-year-old from earlier, but then realized that it was 16-year-old was in fact her daughter's boyfriend.
Okay.
And that her daughter has felt guilty because the 16-year-old was 10 inches long and huge.
Really?
I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know.
Read that line again, Farrell.
I was not fucking expecting that. I was just fucking reading the quote, and then it dawned on me. I was like, what fuck? Oh my god.
What the fuck? It is so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay, read that one more time.
I don't even know.
Oh my god.
It's so good. It's so good. Read it one more time.
Okay, so let's recap for a second. Get some composure here.
Okay.
So, sponsor told authorities Lenhart confessed to having sex with an 18-year-old in the bathroom during the Naked Twister party. According to the sheriff's report.
18, right?
18.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, sorry. Your mic is off, CJ. There you go. There you go.
But then she went to bed alone, but awoke around 3:30 in the morning when she felt someone else having sex with her.
Wait, it gets better.
Right? She stated that at first she thought it was the 18-year-old from earlier, but then realized that it was a 16-year-old who was in fact her daughter's boyfriend, Lenhart sponsors told deputies. However, the sheriff's report goes into shocking details.
Ready? You ready for this?
No.
Are you ready for this?
Miss Lenhart told, quote-unquote, the sponsor, that she and her daughter had spoken and that her daughter, quote-unquote, felt guilty because the 16-year-old was 10 inches long and huge, and if she had to been able to take it, she wouldn't have needed to rape her mother.
Wow! Wow! What?
Yep.
The 16.
Yep.
My boyfriend was too big for me to take, so I understand why he had sex with my mother.
Yep.
I got nothing. I have nothing. I don't even. I literally can't even right now. I literally can't even.
I did not like pre-read this at all. I was not expecting it to go that route. It did. We're at that route now.
Oh. Wow.
Woo. All right. We're in it now. We're in it now,
I wasn't
guys.
ready for that 10-inch dick, so I just gave it to my mom.
Someday I'll be able to take it, but for right now, my mother can handle it.
That is like a your mom joke taken literally. That is a literal yo mom. Seriously, that is a yo mama joke taken literally.
Your mom was so stretched out. Oh my god.
Excuse me, can you take my dick because your daughter can't?
Excuse me, ma'am. I don't mean to bother you, but
my dick is
I
hard.
love how it says that they felt guilty.
She felt guilty because she couldn't take it.
So, oh my god.
All of these people need a Darwin Award. All of these people.
I think the guy needs a medal.
Yeah, the guy needs a medal, and everyone else needs a Darwin Award.
I think they need to move to Florida.
They're probably on the border. See? That's why it was only pot and not flocka, and why it just amounted into a sex orgy and not running naked through the streets. So, like, that's the difference between the border between Florida and Georgia.
Wow.
The allegation, however, sounded like rape, but the sheriffs have said that no charges are pending against the teen. Based on the investigation, there was actually no evidence whatsoever that 16-year-old committed any kind of crime. More is told the Huffington Post. The report states that the sponsor goes to the same church as and he's admitted to being a sexual deviant who's addicted to pornography. A sheriff's spokesman told her.
Okay, what 18-year-old isn't obsessed with pornography? Pharaoh. Never mind. I already answered that question. Never mind. I'm good.
However, no sexual crime charges are being filed because 16 is the legal age of consent in her state.
Okay, I don't have any problem with that.
I mean, she enjoyed it.
However, Leonard was released from the Columbia County Detention Center after posting a $3,200 bond.
Wow. You're going to play Twister with your family and $3,000 down the drain. Look at that. That sucks. That just sucks. You guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN and syndicated on Positive Radio. Thank you guys for staying tuned with us even on our delayed show this evening. We are going to move over onto a crazy news break, but first, right before I finish with the cue, Pharaoh's going to interrupt me because he always does.
I was just going to say lesson learned before we go on break. The lesson of today's show, if a dick's too big, just donate it to your mother.
Mom, you got this.
Or your boyfriend. I don't know, donate it to someone.
I can't facepalm hard enough.
We'll be back after a 10 to 15 minute music break.
Well, 10-inch dick would scare me too.
You guys are listening to FurCast.
listening to FurCast.
Each step that I take, you fire away. The glass under my feet breaks, and I start falling. We've stood face to face. You're trying to make me stay. The ash from your burning stare is keeping me from stalling. Picked up the pace with nowhere to go. Make my heart race, but my reaction slow. Creating space, you're pulling me back into the fight. I try to anchor so we don't drown. You drew the line that crosses over mine. I can feel the friction rolling through our minds. You can't stop me from running. I need to stop this meltdown. I need to stop this meltdown. We are the sparks that fill the sky with fire, ready to be born. We cause our reaction that's gonna explode. I'm calling meltdown. I've been keeping my head away from the edge. I can keep my head clear. You tear away from this atmosphere, and I'm calling meltdown. Getting lost in the dark, you become the shadow, and the silence gives the coldest feeling when there's something I don't know. I'd rather save my skin and leave and keep the damage low. As you're catching up on me, all the sparks begin to glow. Picked up the pace with nowhere to go. Make my heart race, but my reaction slow. Creating space, you're pulling me back into the fight. I try to anchor so we don't drown. You drew the line that crosses over mine. I can feel the friction rolling through our minds. You can't stop me from running. I need to stop this meltdown. I need to stop this meltdown. We are the sparks that fill the sky with fire, ready to be born. We cause our reaction that's gonna explode. I'm calling meltdown. I've been keeping my head away from the edge. I can keep my head clear. You tear away from this atmosphere, and I'm calling meltdown.
Welcome back to FurCast. That was Meltdown, featuring Richard Caddock, who is the vocalist, but the music artist is Rob Gasser. Yeah, Rob Gasser off of the album Cloud-Headed Volume 1. I'm fucking everything up. But I just wanted to shout out Rob Gasser. Not sure if Rob Gasser is listening, but he's a furry. So, yeah, that song was made by a furry. Just wanted to let you guys know that. I don't know if he's really out about that, but I'm going to ruin it for him. He's a furry, and I know him. He was on my TeamSpeak server the other day, and so I just kind of wanted to do that. But anyway.
I just wanted to ruin that. Everyone, you know what? He's a furry.
If you didn't know, now you know.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret of his or not. I don't really care. He's a furry. So, yeah. He's a Swedish furry, I believe. So, shout out to any Swedish furries. Yeah. And we are back, of course, and that means... I don't even know. I'm kind of in between segments at the moment. It's been a...
Just wanted to give you an update,
Okay.
which I didn't realize was today. Today's May 2nd, correct?
Yes.
So we missed out. Hose around the world. Today was Naked Gardening Day.
We still have 27 minutes.
To run outside and use a hoe naked.
I don't know, guys. There's some fresh sunflowers in the garden over there if you want to.
I feel like Buffalo should get like a pass on this, like next like a month, because we are just starting to get like 60 degrees. Like, I feel like I don't know. I don't think I was ready to be naked outside gardening in 60-degree weather.
Then you should move.
What?
Then you should move. You're not even a true. You just.
It was 40 degrees last week. It's just jumped up to 60 degrees. I'm enjoying 60 degrees.
Can't handle that.
I'll go naked in 40 degrees.
Let's do it right now.
I'm not doing that right now.
Why not? Okay, not right now, but like
exactly
within
we're doing
27 minutes.
No, it's too late now. We missed
no,
out.
it's not too late, Pharaoh.
If there's ever a day to plant your seed, it was May 2nd.
Just
today.
I get it.
It's because it's actually the world's Naked Gardening Day, an annual event where people are supposed to drop their drawers and get down and dirty. I feel like naked gardening would be okay.
Can we do this tomorrow?
Unless there was like insects or bees. Like now's like the best time for it because there's not many bees out.
Bees.
But I feel like during other times of the year it would not be.
Is Pharaoh kind of like lobbying to himself that he wants to get naked at some point?
He wants to do it.
Yeah, I think he wants
Yeah,
to.
I would do naked gardening.
Right now.
Not right now.
In 2020.
World Naked Gardening Day is traditionally celebrated on the first Saturday in May. It's this 10th year anniversary. Wow. It's been going for 10 years, and this is the first time I've ever heard of Naked Gardening Day. There's a bunch of pictures of just people with like naked, but with just a like a jock strap.
It's ridiculous.
Just make sure your nipples are covered.
I don't know. I'm okay with naked gardening.
I'm okay with naked gardening. I think it's fine. It's kind of cool, actually. You know,
if I'm gonna garden, quote, if I'm gonna garden naked, I need to have a hat or shoes on. Then it's fine. People are pretty rational about this stuff. This is not a religion. We figured that people should try naked garden at least once, and they would smile. Not only would they smile, but they would see nudity is actually pleasant and inherently a good thing for humans. I agree on that.
Yeah. So what are we waiting for?
I'm just looking through emails, guys. We'll start the email segment in just a second. I just want to kind of... Let's see, people emailing about that stuff, people emailing about that stuff.
So if you people are, if you're in the West Coast, you still have plenty of time to naked garden today.
Yeah. West Coasters have plenty of time.
We still have a lot of time,
I said East Coast, didn't I? I meant West Coast.
You said West Coast.
I did say West Coast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you were right.
I wasn't sure what I said.
It's okay.
It slipped my mind.
So I'm here for you.
It's okay.
Man, I'm just listening. The computers are so loud right now. You guys don't even know how noisy it is in this room. There's actually processing on these mics that helps out a lot. It is really noisy in this room.
Just think, one day we'll have our own studio.
I know. It'll be nice. Anyway, you guys know what time it is.
Somewhere after news, right? In our wildest fantasies. Somewhere just beyond our reach, there's an email reaching back for me. Racing on the segments and rising with the heat. It's gonna take some fan mail to sweep us off our feet. We need an email.
In need of psychological advice, please read it early as convenience. Hello, FurCast, and any guests. This is the first email I have written to you, so before I get to my question, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Isaac Chia. I think it's Chia. I am a gay 20-year-old male periwinkle fennec, which is, I'm sorry to say, Pharaoh, I'm the blue-colored spectrum. You lost another one, Pharaoh.
He's a fennec. I mean,
that's true. Fennecs are pretty gay, no matter what.
Color won't change that.
I have listened to every single episode you have posted. Pauses so Paradox or Pharaoh can exclaim, "Why would I do that to myself?"
I'm so sorry.
Why would you do that to yourself? Quick and easy answer. My job makes it great for the opportunity. Out of all 197 and many of your answers, out of all 197 episodes, and many of the answers you have given up until now have helped immensely, especially your answers about relationships and LGBTQ, ABCDEFG. Issues that may have been most insightful. I would like to also thank you for helping me realize that my last relationship was toxic and my now ex was controlling and repressive, so for that I am grateful. Now, after you read that long introduction with singing your praises at the same time, on to my question. Okay, so here's his question. I am constantly getting stuck in my negative headspace.
Listen to music and meditate.
It's one way.
Or just to kind of explore nature, to be honest.
Naked.
You know what I would do is take what you're interested in and start doing it. Like if you're interested in gaming, start doing more gaming. If you're interested in music, start making music or listening to music.
I would say it depends on the situation. I mean, if you're like in the zone where like you're just frustrated and like in the negative space because there's just too much going on, I feel like one of those times it's good to just break away and just forget about everything.
I have a question for you guys. So this past week, I was depressed, and have you guys ever had a time in your life where like you're moving along on your interest and it's great, but you just have a shitty day for whatever reason? Maybe it's like work was shitty, whatever shitty, and you come home and stare at like all of the stuff you own, right? Especially for me and CJ, because me and CJ are both like extreme hobbyists, and it's like you sit there and you're just looking at it, and it's like, it's not that none of it is going to make you happy, because obviously your stuff makes you happy sometimes, like material items, you know, but it's like, that's $10,000 worth of shit right there, and right now it's not going to make me happy. That feeling, that horrible feeling of just like, wow, that is like, I've spent like my entire life getting all of this stuff, and right now it is not going to make me happy. And it's just a really depressing feeling. Like it's one of those, you know, experiences matter more than material items kind of situations.
Yep.
I wouldn't say more so material-wise, but I feel like just goal-wise, it's like you've accomplished a lot, but you look back at it, it's just like, I feel like I haven't done anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You need to like achieve more. Like I haven't done any, like, I don't know. I feel that way sometimes, especially with, because, and I'm not alone at this, but I have an expensive hobby. Like,
do you now?
I don't know. I mean, I think CJ may have you beat a little bit. I'm not sure.
So,
yeah, just by like probably a couple $10,000.
Well, here's the thing. So I'm sitting here thinking like, you know, I should do my own thing, and so I start getting into photography. And photography is really expensive.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. Believe me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind.
There are lenses that cost more than your house.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Just wanted to make sure.
It's okay, because I want to go scuba diving.
Oh.
But that's a lot of fucking goddamn money.
But anyway, it's not really about money as much as it is just simply that, you know, sometimes you're in your game, you're in your hobby, and you have a shitty day, and it just doesn't help. You can't go home and be like, oh, I'm gonna do my own thing now. You go home and you're like, fuck everything.
That's what I do. I go home, fuck it, go to sleep.
Yep.
Wake up the next day.
I go home from work every day, and a lot of times I just go straight to bed. I'm so tired. I'm so upset.
Fuck it.
And
I feel like that's my biggest thing that gets me down is the fact that I wish I had more time. I just don't have enough time. I wish I had money so I would have time to do more things that I want to do.
A lot of times I'm just tired.
That's the whole thing. Is just like I work, you know, it's 6 days out of the 7 days of the week, and then the times when I have a day off. What? Okay. Yeah. The times when I have a day
6
off.
out of 7. Wow. Do 7 out of 7, and welcome to my life for the past 3 months.
What are your
No.
hours?
No.
Do you get off in the afternoon?
Not always. Like tomorrow I work until 6 p.m., which kind of blows.
Oh,
or,
6
or
p.m.
later. Or later.
Oh,
the
6
next day
p.m.
is 7.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sometimes
well,
it's 8.
I don't mean to make
I'm
this...
not going to get into a dick war with you.
I'm not getting a dick war, but I'm just saying, you know.
I'm realizing now that after the past 3 months, that day off, that one day off, means so fucking much, and you have no idea.
But at the same
time, it doesn't though, because then you have the one day off, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna relax, and you just sleep the whole day.
But at the same time, you want like I feel like my one day off. It's like there's so many things I'd like to accomplish, yet it's like I have a day off. I'm not gonna fucking do shit because it's like
you need the 2 days.
That's true. Yeah, I've had those. I've had those days.
It's like every week. It's like I plan to do like get stuff done, but at the same time, I wake up and it's like I don't have to get up today.
Yeah, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It disappoints me because it's like that's all I have to get stuff done, and it's like I don't know.
But yeah, basically just, you know, everybody gets into negative thoughts, and even my own interest. Like, I guess the point I was originally trying to make with that statement was that even if you have your own interests, and even if you are like going crazy with your own interests, like you've got tons of stuff, like, right, I'm doing like the podcasting and I'm doing the photography stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that every day of your life is going to be fucking glorious, right? It's all about like just kind of
there's always going to be a
stuff.
balance. I
Yeah,
mean,
there's always a balance, and you know, it definitely helps to get into what you love. I love having a hobby. I'm definitely a hobby person, and I will always be a hobby person. I'm hugely into that. I like taking my hobby so seriously that I actually put more work into my hobby than my job. That is definitely who I am, and I love doing that. Just the other day, I was at work, and I was working with a contract company that is going to run some lines, some Cat 6 lines to the building for some equipment. And I was talking with them because they provide like IP transit and professional internet services. Like we're talking like you pay $10,000 and they run a fiber optic line, right? It's for like big businesses and stuff. And I was talking to him about getting an IP transit link for my house. And he just laughs at me. Like at first I said like, you know, I was like, I'm interested in an IP transit link. He goes, oh, you know, let me guess, you know, the company you work for is interested in getting a deal. You know, Time Warner or Verizon costs too much. And, you know, you don't want to go with one of the big people like Hurricane Electric or whatever. And I was like, no, actually, this is for my house. And he just laughs. He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting an IP transit link for my house. And he's like, why? And I'm just like, internet reasons. And he's, you know what I mean? But that's like, I go so crazy with my hobby that it's like I would consider getting a link to a data center in the city.
Excuse me.
But
I work for that, you know.
I know. By the way, they're planning on contracting your company for the last mile fiber run because you guys have more fiber infrastructure in the area. So,
I know we do.
So they would do that.
I know where our fiber runs.
So it would be them to then their company, and then they would take that transit
I'm kind
link.
of curious to how they actually then set up a transit link. Do they just dedicate one of the fiber lines that's already existing, or
No, it's all multiplex. It has to do with the end. It's actually it's not Ethernet basically. It's like it's not Sonnet. I forget what the protocol is, but it's not actually Ethernet over fiber. It's something else, but they basically tunnel it, and it's layer 2, so it preserves VLANs and everything. And this is getting really technical. We probably shouldn't be doing this right now, but basically we'd get a tunnel up to probably Central Logic, which is the data center up in Buffalo that I previously worked for, and I would have a server in there, and then we'd have really good internet, and it would be really good. We'd have really good peering, and then FurCast would never go down ever. But anyway, I'm constantly stuck in the negative. I'm constantly stuck in the negative headspace. Now, what I mean by this is that since my job is so mind-numbingly dull, I have no distractions to keep my negative thoughts and my feelings from compiling until it's too late.
Late night thoughts alone in your bedroom.
Those are the worst.
Hold on a second.
What's the regular show quote? It's like, let's do something really scary. Oh, like stay up late and think it.
Yeah.
It's like regular show got so real.
I don't watch regular show too much.
I love regular show. It's like, let's do something really scary. And then it's like, oh, like staying up late in your room with your own thoughts. So real.
Anyway, okay, I don't have it loaded onto this machine because that's just the FurCast show machine. I was gonna play the one Pink Floyd song. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out? Okay. I then start to loathe myself wanting something, and then transitions me into me berating myself for asking too much. Throughout my life, I've had many people and experiences lead me to the conclusion that what life gives you is all you get, and you shouldn't ask or want more and deal with it.
I disagree.
I completely disagree with that. Are you fucking kidding me? That is like...
Life is what you make of it, I think, more so than anything else. And of course, it's not going to go your way. I mean, you can have an imagination of what you would like it to go.
I'm going to piss a lot of people off. I'm
ready.
That is the social justice warrior victimization way through life. There, I said it.
I think it's more of a natural life of trying to like associate, oh, well, I'm not going to have a lot, so I think that's what life just gives me, but I don't know.
Right. Like, one of my favorite movies about that is Truman Show, which is mostly a comedy movie, but that's the whole point of that movie, is you accept what you are presented with in life a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
And
it's kind of the in-depth, deep concept of the movie. I love The Truman Show, though.
Yeah, it's a great film. But anyway, as I put this down into text, I'm realizing how toxic and twisted these thoughts are, and I should go see a professional. But that's the thing, I can't. I work the graveyard shift 4 days out of the week for 10 hours at a time, where my schedule changes every 2 to 3 months. I also can't drive or do it on my days off because I don't have a car, let alone a license, and since I work nights and sleep all day, yeah. I have no friends to turn to for help, literally 0 friends. I can't ask my parents, and when I ask my mate for help, I clam up, say sorry, and telling him I'm being stupid and say forget what I said. So what should I do, guys? You are the last lifeline I have to help answer this before I am left to nothing but suffer in my own negative and depressing thoughts. Sorry for any grammar punctuation errors while composition was never my forte. I appreciate any advice you have. If I am not happy you took the time to even read my... Oh, if not, I am happy you took the time to even read about my problems. With hugs and humble thanks, Isaac. Okay.
So they're mate. I mean,
so first of all, the professional thing, when I was getting professional help at the end of every meeting, they would literally say, okay, when do you want to meet next? Like, it's not like you have to have it on a strict schedule just because your work schedule changes just because it's late night or something. I mean, hell, I remember doing sessions at like 8 o'clock at night, like 8 p.m. until...
Well, I mean, the fact that you have negative thoughts doesn't necessarily mean you need professional help. I mean, that's like,
the other thing, yeah. You don't really need, yeah.
I mean, if you're worried about expressing thoughts, I mean, have a diary where you write down just ideas, or, you know, have even just a voice recorder where you can just speak your mind, you know, into a voice recorder. I mean, it doesn't mean that anyone has to hear it or listen to it, but the fact that you're just saying it outwards can help. So, I mean...
I found that one of the biggest things that helped me back when I was getting psychological help was just simply me articulating what was going on and saying it to another person. Just that helped me more than any advice that they actually gave me. I'm really lucky my health insurance paid for that, but, you know, really... I don't think you even need a professional necessarily. There's nothing wrong with that. I would say, you know, you're definitely not wrong to feel you want to seek that out. I'm just saying personally, from my perspective, I would say I don't think you necessarily need that. I think what you need is more to just start to really do what you care about and what you like, right? Like, I mean, some people work an 8-hour shift and, you know, that sucks. You work a 10-hour shift, that sucks more. I got to say, I couldn't handle that. I worked as a Linux system administrator for a data center for quite a while, and it was 12.5-hour shifts, and it was an hour drive every day. And let me tell you, I did not last. I was there for, I think, like 2 months, and I couldn't handle it. I had to quit. I felt terrible quitting, too. I felt like I was like, wow, I'm a pussy. I just can't put up with this. You know, I'm a shitty person because I can't even, you know, I get a job, and I can't even keep it. You know, it's just such a great opportunity, blah, 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 blah. And I couldn't handle it, and I quit. And... honestly, it was probably one of the better decisions I made because, that place, oh man, that was
It seemed like a nightmare, to be honest. I don't know how you...
I'm wearing a t-shirt from it. This is the t-shirt that I wore when I worked there. Let's cover up the logo. But, you know, no, I literally wear it because I just don't care. And it's a nice t-shirt. I got it for free, you know, so.
I feel like they have a very limiting mindset when they said, you know, you shouldn't ask or want more, just deal with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of limiting you.
I say take the world. I mean, it's not going to work out, but you shouldn't be disappointed with failure. I feel like you learn from failure. You don't really, you know, do something bold. You know, go out. You know, even if you don't do something well, who cares?
Like almost everybody has a point in their life where they're rock bottom, or at least they feel rock bottom, right? I mean,
yeah.
You know,
I mean, I've had bad days. I mean, even recently I've had bad days. I mean, but I look at it like, to be honest, I look at stuff like that. Like I have a bad day, and you know, I just kind of let it out and just have the bad day, and then just kind of go with it. So I just not worry that the day is gonna be bad. Just kind of, this is my vent day. I'm having a bad day. Like,
right, yeah, you need to be able to admit that.
And just go with it, but think that, you know, life's too short to be flustered or upset or anything like that. So, you know, let it out today, and then tomorrow is a new day. And then kind of just understand that, you know, I don't know, I just look at life as too short to view things in a negative perspective, or just look at things like upset because you only got so much time. And I feel like you should take that time to actually enjoy it, so...
Well, maybe you could do is, like, if you can get off work in, like, 6 months or something, maybe find a con that you want to go to or something. Either that or just set goals for yourself, like things that you might want to do or achieve. I mean, you're making money, so I'd imagine you could maybe, you know, set some stuff up, or maybe, you know, I don't know, meet some local first. You didn't mention where you lived, but what else was I going to mention?
Well, they have a mate. I mean, I don't understand why you can't talk to your mate about certain things. I mean, don't flood them every day with it.
Yeah.
But maybe take a day where you're like, I just need an event day or something like that, where you can just vent to them about everything, about, you know, issues, problems, yada, yada, yada. Because I feel like that is more organized and at least concise, that they don't feel overwhelmed by you ranting to them and stuff. I don't know. So I don't feel like you want to go negative all the time to someone that's close to you or someone that you love.
Right.
Just because I feel like you overwhelm them with negativity and you don't want to do that to anyone. But if you took a day out of the week and was like, listen, this day and out of the week, I just really need to, go out and just, explain all my problems, just have something to listen to, just let me explain things.
And don't, like I mentioned the whole rock bottom thing, don't feel bad if you feel that you're successful, you're just miserable. Because, like the whole idea of like, you can't feel bad about something because, there's some person who's clawing at the edge of life trying to survive. And it's like, okay, I understand that. I understand that everybody has their own struggles that they grow up with in life, and some people have really, really terrible struggles. But at the same time, saying that you can't be sad because someone else is sadder is kind of like saying you can't be happy because someone else is happier. Fuck that shit. It just bothers me so much when it's like, well, you can't have a bad day because there's, some kids starving in a poor country in the Middle East or something. And it's like...
Or use your own bad day to undermine, like, someone else is worse for me, so I have no right to be feeling bad about myself. No, I mean, you have any right. It's your life. You can feel bad. If you're having a bad day, have a bad day, feel bad about it, but don't try to compare yourself or your life to others. Just have your own life that you experience. I mean... I don't know. I think that's the thing is people overrate things with, I need drugs to solve this or I need this to solve this, when not necessarily needed. I mean, granted, there are cases where it is, but I feel like it should be a stepping stone and not a crutch. It shouldn't be something that you have to rely on, but something that aids into the right direction where eventually you yourself feel empowered enough that you can actually fix it yourself. I'm not trying to condone drug use because some people definitely need, that little extra boost because of chemical imbalances in the brain. That's, scientifically proven. But I feel just if people kind of take responsibility over their own actions and kind of let things out, but also, look for the future of trying to just, well, tomorrow's a new day. Let's have fun. Let's, if things don't go right, oh, well, I mean, take it for what it is. Take it for what it's worth, but also strive for more. So
there you go. I don't know. It's one of the things that's been really driving me crazy right now is the future of my life is pretty well laid out to, I think, be pretty interesting and cool and awesome. And I'm really excited for it, but it is so slow.
Yeah,
it is so slow. It's like, hey, at some point I'm going to be moving out and doing this and this and this with my shows. And I'm going to be like, the thing that I've created is going to be getting bigger. That's cool. And it's going to take like years. I just go to work every single day. Same old.
Biggest letdown, similar to that, is the fact that I feel like I'm capable of so much more, but like I'm stuck or glued.
I hate that.
I feel like I'm capable of so much more, and that I'm just like glued where I can see how it's going, and it's going in the right direction, but it's like the floor is fucking syrup. And like you're trying to move forward, but it's just every step is just stuck, and you're not moving at the pace you want.
And even when you get a really good job, right? Like if you get a really good job, something you've always wanted, and then you're there for a little while, and you're like, "So is this it? Like, am I just going to do this every day now? Like this is, you start thinking to yourself, I can achieve more than this, or I should do more than this." And that's part of the reason why I do like to be able to say to myself, you know what? I'm going to get out of work. I'm going to go home and I'm going to work on my own thing. And that way I have both things. So I've got a job, I've got my own thing, I've got my friends on the weekends, whatever. But then if it's really stagnant or it's kind of the same old all the time, that can still grate on you, even if it's awesome, right? Like, even if you go out and get drunk and have a party with your friends, if you do that every single weekend, you're going to get to the point where it's like, oh God, now I got to go out with my friends and, do the drinking thing. And it just gets grating. So sometimes you also just need change.
I would agree.
Yep.
I would definitely agree.
For sure.
Like I couldn't do a furry count every weekend.
Oh God.
No.
I can't even do a fur meet once a week or once a month. I mean, I can't. Yeah.
I would agree on that a little bit though. Like not even just like with the current, setup of our meets, but just in general, I feel like I can only handle so much.
Need a break. You definitely need a break.
I mean, I'm introverted, so it's also partially that, but
I'm very extroverted.
I know, like Farrah's very extroverted, but it's one of those things where, I don't know, there comes a point where you need to kind of switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you need to,
It's weird because like I have the like almost stuckness of an introvert, but like I need to be extroverted, but it's like I need to push myself sometimes because it's like I know I'll be happier if I go out and hang out with people, but at the same time it's just like I just really don't want to go out right now. So it's like a catch-22. It's like I know I'll be happy. It's just that initial push that I have to be like, fuck it, Going.
And part of the reason that FurCast doesn't get advertised very much, we don't do an extreme amount of merchandising and stuff like that, is because I'm personally not satisfied with it. Right? Like, I'm constantly comparing the things that I create to, and I know you should never do this, but I do it. I compare it to what other people create, right? I compare the audio, I compare the way, and I know that there's certain ways that we do things that are very different from like a standard broadcast, but I compare it constantly.
Really?
Right. I compare things, and a lot of times I just get really upset because I feel like I could be doing a lot more. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to be starting a new show soon. Like, don't get me wrong. I know, obviously, all of the people listening right now, you guys love FurCast, and I'm really proud of it too. But there comes a point, even for me, where I have to sit here and say, like, okay, I need to do something else too. I need to just, I can't just do FurCast.
It's funny how, like, I started as a guest, and, like, FNT became, like, your child, and then FurCast kind of, like, developed into my child. Because it was like, Pharaoh, you're responsible for this. Deal with it. Because, like, I remember, like, back when we first started, like, that we had like everyone kind of organized stuff, and then it pretty much became like, no, you do this now.
Well,
like I'm.
And the other thing, and I'm going to be honest,
I've been okay with.
I'm going to be completely honest right now. The other problem with FurCast, and I don't mean to compare this to like professionals. I'm not trying to say that I'm trying to get recognized or get a big radio job. Fuck that. It's not my interest.
Have you remember when we listened to satellite radio though?
Okay, yeah, that's true. But I just want to say this. FurCast is very difficult to show off to people, right? Like, if I'm trying to say, like, you know, like, people are like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do some production stuff. And they're like, what kind of stuff do you do? And I start to tell them, I can't really show off FurCast, right? FurCast fills a niche that for the people who care about it, they love it. But other than that, it is so difficult for me to really share it out. Like, I can't tell anybody at work. I can't tell any of my extended family. I can't tell any of my friends who aren't furry. I can't tell.
Is it because we're very inappropriate at times? And
it's partially that, but it's also partially we just fill a niche. And that niche is a small but very dedicated, loyal niche. And so it's like, niche, however you want to pronounce that. Niche. But anyway, so, that's also a big struggle for me. And that's one of the reasons I'm going to be starting a new like kind of nerdy tech shows, because I want something else in addition to FurCast, continuing.
I've had so many ideas too that if we actually had our own studio, like I have ideas that'd be really fun to actually.
And that's the thing I keep telling myself, we need to move the studio, we need to get a bigger location, whatever. And then I'm like, it's not gonna fucking happen forever, and that's a huge ordeal, So, I don't know.
I like our long rant on this email. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with this too. It's us reminiscing about our life. But I mean, basically, life's gonna get better. Sometimes it just takes a while. The best you can do is just do a little bit of work towards it, Do a little bit of, hey, I'm going to get this done today. And that's all I'm going to do. And that's fine. And that's it.
Yeah, an inch forward or a step forward is still a step forward, no matter how you look at it.
And a step forward and then a step back is now, is a learning experience.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Bandit says, my mom pays him to listen to the show. Bandit, I really don't think my mother is paying you to listen to the show, just saying.
He's been weed. Flocka.
$5.
$5.
I feel like my family would do Flocka.
When I see people, I'm just gonna be like, when I see just naked people running down the street.
Just judge people. Nope, Flocka.
Yep, he's on Flocka.
You see that guy? Flocka.
Flocka.
Anyway, so that was one email that we went off on. Why don't we say we read 1 or 2 more emails and then call it a night here?
Okay.
Because it's past midnight. Cue for people in the chat room to tell me that the lower third is broken. It's not broken. Fucking crazy.
Hey.
What?
Can I read an email?
Yeah!
Oh my god! Okay.
Oh my god, he's moving up in the world.
I'm taking a step forward. Okay, ready?
Your dignity takes 2 steps back.
Wait. Pharaoh.
What?
You and me are able to read emails because we did the email dance a long time ago. Do you remember that? CJ hasn't done the email dance.
I don't remember the email dance.
I mean, that's because it was so long ago. But that's what gives us the privilege.
I think you're pulling bullshit here.
But I think CJ, no, in order to unlock the ability to read emails, you have to do the email dance. See, me and Pharaoh did this. We took care of this. We're already good. We mastered it. That was a long time ago.
Is it like the Blue's Clues Blue Skidoo?
It's the email dance, man.
What's the email dance?
I don't know what the email dance is.
I don't remember.
I think you just need to spend $5 and get naked.
Spend $5 and get naked. Why do you?
I feel like that could be really disappointing.
Like,
are you paying like us to get naked for
Can I
$5? Or just are you paying $5 for the drugs and then getting
oh
naked?
no, for the drugs.
Oh, okay.
Clearly. It's just BRB. I just gotta go to Florida or Ohio. Actually, that's closer.
Yeah.
North Florida.
North Florida.
The North.
I'm
Florida.
driving through North Florida. Every time I drive through Ohio now, it's just gonna be
Anyway,
North Florida.
You can you can do the email dance later. Just read an email.
All right. Opinions on cons for a confused left.
Fuck you! I literally had that open.
Got you.
Look
got
it,
you.
right
I've
there.
Had, you know what?
Like,
no,
this
no,
was my
bullshit.
email.
I've had this open. I've had this open
From
since
when we
started
fucking
the show.
started.
No, I was here before you. I call it. Fuck you, Blue.
I've been here longer. I have seniority, bitch.
I don't care. I'll smack the shit out of you.
Maybe I'd like that.
Omer.
Hey, FurCast and guests, if any. So I have my final year at school next year, and I plan on taking a gap year before I'm off to college. Now I was thinking about saving up and going to AC at the end of that year, but I'm not sure about it. See, I have no problem spending the money for the trip, which is a fair amount considering I'd be coming from Ireland, but only as long as if I felt it was worth it. So my question to you guys is, in your opinion, is AC worth going to? I.e., how good is it in your opinion, and what is it like? Thanks for your help. As always, any input you can give is appreciated. Thanks, your Irish leopard furry Pyros.
Can I say that if you're coming from Ireland,
MFF.
Yeah, I was going to say MFF. If you're going to do one American con,
MFF.
I feel like MFF would be a lot more fun and you'd get a lot more out of it.
Yes.
AC as an event is pretty spectacular. The location is spectacular. The amount of people there is spectacular. The con itself is It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I mean, but
just,
if you're out to like meet a bunch of people or see a bunch of people,
MFF.
AC is not the con for that.
Especially if it's your first con going to another place. Like the one thing that I like about MFF is even though it's a lot of people, like at some point soon it's gonna be just as many people, right? But what I like about MFF is it's like a little hive of furries, but it's all one place.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can manage to see everyone at MFF. You can hang out, you can get to know people. It's much more like, I don't want to say closed in because it's not that it's closed in, but it's just more
compact. I would say because you're not running around.
It's more comfortable. It's a more set environment. Whereas AC is kind of Pittsburgh. You know
the whole city.
Right? Like,
where are you? I'm 6 blocks away in this hotel.
Yeah. And well, it's just, if you're going to that for the first time, I don't want to say it's intimidating because of the number of people. It's intimidating because of how many fucking places there are to be at once. Not to mention that there are so many people that it's going to be, you're going to be doing so much running around, what are we doing? And I need to stick to a friend group, and you're going to stick to, a group of maybe a few people that, maybe a few Ireland furs or maybe a few furs in the US that and you're just going to it's just going to be so tiring. And so, I don't know. I mean,
see, I feel if you're going to a con for the first time, I think going to panels is kind of a 50-50 split.
It's
like
okay.
Some wandering and 50% panels.
Well, I have to say,
at least for your first couple of conventions, because I feel like you get a good feel of just other people. You get a nice feel for like just kind of breaking the ice type effect from panels. And some of the panels are actually a lot of fun. I mean, granted,
you can learn a little bit from panels too.
I don't really go to panels that often now.
Not anymore, but
I feel like I would have fun hosting panels with people than I would going to panels with people.
Yeah.
The thing is though, like, and don't get me wrong, everybody knows that furry who just spends the whole con in the game room. But I mean, I remember at AC, I actually did quite a lot of wandering by myself. But a lot of it was
I never see you at cons, to be honest. Like,
no, I never
go.
Yeah. But I did a lot of the other thing I would recommend if you're going to a big con, get a hotel room in the main hotel.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're coming back for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth time, fine. Get a room in a different hotel. Okay, that's cool. You've got the experience. When it's your first time, if it's a big con, get a room in the main hotel because it's so much less intimidating to just get started and chill out. If you're at the con for a little while, you just want to go to the room and relax, you want some quiet time, or you want to bring some friends back and just kind of talk, or you want to meet some people, or you want to go back in your room to cuddle somebody or whatever. It's nice if it's just one place, because the whole idea of it being at the con and then being like, oh, we got to leave the con now, and then you got to walk like 3 blocks or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 blocks back to your hotel. Just no.
To be honest, like AC is the one. Well, I need to be either in the Westin or the
Marriott.
the one
Marriott.
the Marriott. Yeah, the one that's next door.
See, I think the nice thing about MFF is a lot of the overflow hotels are connected by that walk bridge.
Right.
So you never really have to be outside, which is nice. And like when you're leaving, you just kind of just walk through a hallway to the next hotel or whatever. And you're still kind of part of the main hotel though, which is...
Well, AC is both good and bad. The fact that it's summer, it's nice because you can pretty much just go out and you're fine. It's bad if you're in fursuit because you're gonna die. If you have to walk.
Depends on the breeze, because if it's not high humidity, it's great because it's a really nice wind area. But the past few years have been like high humidity, 80 degrees, and then it's just like walking from when I think it was 2013, walking from the Omni to the Westin was like a death march.
Jumped in the swimming
The thing that kills me about a lot of the other cons though is it's like literally winter.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you go outside and it's snowing, and it's just like it's so hard to walk anywhere or do anything. And
unless you're in suit, then that's awesome. It's cold.
Yeah. The other cool thing about MFF is you get free food the entire. Well, not free, but when you register, you get food the entire con.
I always do sponsor for MFF because
no, you don't need sponsor. Basic badge gets you that.
Yeah.
But I like
MCFC. If you do sponsor, you get the.
I like the MCFC always sponsor, but I like the sponsor for MFF just because of the dinners, like the
staff dinner.
Not the staff dinner, but like the
sponsor dinner,
super sponsor dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's always like huge, like buffet of anything that you want.
I heard that because I went to the staff dinner at AC the past year because I was I'm on staff this year too, and it was okay. I mean it was all right. They obviously just had some catering company come in and do it, but yeah. So
MFF.
Yeah, would recommend MFF. AC, you're not going to regret it. Just saying,
AC was still my first con, and I would cherish it as a con.
Yeah, I still cherish AC. I like it. But then again, I mean, I am also into AC because AC is really big on the whole venue AV production stuff. A lot of people don't care about that. I'm big into the huge. I love the concerts and the music and the dances and the stage events and stuff. And I'm on AV staff, right? But there's some cons that barely even have a stage. And it's just all about hanging out and room parties and everything else. So it really just depends on your perspective and what matters to you and everything like that. But you won't regret it. You will not regret it. I will tell you that. Anyway,
what's funny is I feel like every new furry that always emails into this show, the email is always the same. I'm looking through some of the new emails and it's like, oh, I'm new. Parents.
Yeah, the whole parents thing.
Yep. I still never get. Never understand it really, but
yeah. So just in case you guys are curious, you guys know the graphics in the video feed and like on the live video feed. The same server right here that actually plays that out is the same one that's going to be running all of the graphics at Anthrocon and did last year too. It's this machine right here, runs everything. We have we also have a Resolume machine that does all of the stupid GIF images during the dances. Oh man, hopefully we have a bigger Vision mixer this year though. God, that was so funny. We have it's a different rental company though, so we'll have to see.
So I have just a quick one here. Our own show seems a little convoluted, and they seem a little confused. So, hey guys, I always love the show and love you guys, and your stuff is awesome and all that stuff. My question here, however, me and my friend were really hoping to start our own podcast, and it's kind of a bucket list sort of thing that we decided to roll with, but we don't really know how to get it started or how to gain some popularity or pump. Also, what do you guys think some good ideas for the segments would be? Or what do you think would be some good ideas? This isn't much of a furry thing, and I think you guys might be able to provide some insight on the show at all. And as always, any help you can provide will always be awesome. Thanks, Shing. That is totally weird. Can't give you any advice on what you should do.
Definitely that is the most important thing though, what you should do. I mean, like
you have to I feel like you have to make a connection with what you do and what you would have fun doing. I think that's the whole thing of doing a podcast.
Right.
Is you yourself have fun doing it. If you make it into like a work thing or you're stressing to get something into it or trying to follow a strict, pattern with it, I feel like it's going to become more of a job and less fun, and then therefore it's not going to really be as impacting.
We got lucky with FurCast because of the fact that we had, to be honest, you and B and everything that started off great. And so we had a good chemistry to kick it off. And that's the other thing is I had tried doing podcasting originally before FNT and before FurCast and before FNT. And it was always terrible because there was no chemistry. None of my friends cared. They wanted to have fun for them. And so, they would share a joke that was funny to them, but to anybody listening, it wasn't very funny. So it was just very, part of that is maturity, but also part of it is just having people who actually want to produce something with you. And although obviously I'm big on production value because that's my interest is tech stuff.
Commitment is a big thing.
Commitment is a big thing. But the other thing is like some of the best podcasts in the world. In fact, one of my favorite ones is literally like two guys sit in a room and they have like a $100 pocket audio recorder and they just chill and they just talk. And it's amazing.
They just talk.
So,
intimately, as they stare into each other's eyes.
So
slowly, passionately.
The other thing is, if you are interested in the tech side of things, here's my advice: go for actual proper audio, right? Like microphones, mixing board, all
things
that
like
stuff.
this. Oh no, damn it! Things like this. There we go.
Sort of
things like that.
Thank you, Farrell. Yes.
These things like
thank you.
When you
Farrell.
have a Fox in the studio, you push buttons and then things do stuff like that.
Okay, thank you, Farrell.
You're welcome.
But
that's audio.
What I mean is, don't there's nothing wrong with just getting some USB mics and setting some stuff up, or maybe using Skype or something like that. But instead of searching for one piece of software that's going to do it for you, like one piece of software that's like, oh, you can mix everything and do it all in one, and it's you can run it on one computer. And I know that I'm ridiculous because I just have a million computers and a million screens because that's just
probably
this kind of setup I
don't
wanted.
do it live.
That's the other thing. Doing it live to tape is so difficult. I don't do any non-linear editing. I am terrible at it. Some people are extremely creative. They can sit down with a bunch of footage and they can crank out a beautiful edited 5-minute little YouTube video that'll get 1 million views. I can't do that. I have to do live because that's just the way I work. But that's the thing is, if you are going to do live to tape especially, go for just a proper microphones, mixing board, like an actual AV setup, and don't go for all-in-one consumer solutions where you're plugging a USB mic into one program that's going to mix everything for you. It's just not it's not expandable. That's the problem. It's not
I feel like there needs to be more demon to show audio. Like more demon is needed.
Okay.
More demon is always needed.
Give me a minute.
I feel like you just need a set button for demon.
All right, go ahead.
Is this
what? Wait. There we go. Oh my god. God, there is no God here. Damn it. That's better. It gets better. In hell. I'm gonna start talking to you like this when you're sleeping. This is so good. It's so good. It's just, when I have a child, this is how what do you do? Go to sleep! Now son the birds and the bees. Well, go the fuck to sleep. Sit the fuck down. That laugh was great. Can you do that again? Oh my god. Wait, dude, I need one more laugh. Okay, ready? Here we go. Ready? I need a little bit deeper. Just a little bit deeper. There we go. Perfect.
So there you go.
He hasn't experienced half of our.
That was oh my god.
Okay.
I'm freaking crying.
We used to do a lot of different. We had a lot of different voices.
There's also There's also
do we still have Star
Fox? There's this one. He's CJ. I've heard this before. I can't even talk. It sounds
so weird.
There's also this one. Star Fox.
Wait, sorry. Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Do a barrel roll.
Oh my god.
See, why don't we have more fun in this studio?
Rareware Nintendo 64.
Oh my god. Wow.
You know what it also sounds like is the chatting on like Half-Life games, the old Half-Life game. Or no, it's shitty like Xbox voice communication. That's what it sounds like.
Guys.
Yo guys, stop camping.
Stop camping, guys.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm trying to snipe him.
Oh, I'm gonna get a headshot.
Boom, headshot. Sounds like a Doom thing. Duke Nukem.
Boom, headshots.
Oh my god.
Balls. I need back, wait.
Balls of steel.
Balls? Oh yeah.
Anyway, so there we go. We were having fun with audio effects. But anyway, you guys are listening to FurCast. Should we end?
Someone said you need to do 360 no scope.
360 no scope.
Oh no. 360 no scope.
Right, do it again one more time.
360 no scope.
We're having way too much fun.
I'm enjoying this actually.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, let's do emails. Oh, let's just fuck around with audio effects for a little bit.
I think the demon was my favorite.
I've always.
I couldn't even handle it.
Whoa. This one trips me out.
Oh my god. If I took this on Flocka, I'd be tripping out.
All right, well, hold on.
Just rip your ears off.
Instant paranoia.
Instant paranoia. That's what that one's called.
Oh yeah. There's one more that we used to use all the time. Hold on. They just reverse it. Okay, so you know like the echo, the delay effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like this one.
Okay.
I don't like this one.
No.
They're here.
Don't look under your bed.
I see dead people.
Can we just get a soundboard of these like different effects? Because this would be just have 6 cents. If you want the 6 cents one, there you go. There you go. Bruce Willis.
Dude, that's so creepy. Bruce Willis. Dude, that's so creepy.
We all float down here. We all float down here.
Do you like clowns? Do you like clowns?
No, it's do you like balloons?
I'm terrified of fucking it. I'm terrified of fucking it.
All right, anyway, so there you go.
To Bunny Boy. High quality broadcasting. Well, you know what's high quality? Demons.
Yeah, demons are pretty high quality.
Just want a little bit. It's some demon.
One more. All right.
One more.
Okay.
So I feel like we haven't had a conversation.
There we go. We haven't had a conversation while using the thickness of this voice. 10-inch. 10-inch donation. I'm gonna tap out now, Mom. Tapping out, Mom. Mom. No, a little bit deeper. That is it, right there. This is the level that you need to be at. This is like the 3rd level. This is like the man level. Like, I feel like a real man. This is what happens when your balls drop too far. I feel like I should go watch sports. Like, sports! I need to go work out. Protein! I feel like I just need to like, kill a barbarian or something. I just want to like furiously masturbate. I'm an ogre. This is my swamp. This is my swamp. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Oh my god, what if I moan? Oh my god, wait, a CJ moan.
I was not expecting that.
Wait, Can I just? You got one more of those? Oh my god, that's so strange.
Okay,
Like CJ's wait, do one of your regular moans, just for people who haven't heard. Like it's like a high, like a moan.
Do a regular moan. Okay, so that's a regular moan. So let's see.
So you thought we could actually communicate with CJ at cons?
All right, I gotta turn the effects on. So hold on.
Okay.
This is brown bacon. No, needs a little deeper. Need to test the thing right there. There it is.
I actually hit the knob because there's a. I can actually adjust the pitch.
God.
This is FurCast.
Yeah, remember when we talked about, doing your own podcast? Well, there you go. Just
No, don't do that.
yeah, that might not go over well.
Anyway, you guys are listening to the very end of FurCast. We're not really reading fan emails. It's just herp derp at this point. So,
It's just a bit of herp derp.
Anyway.
Wait,
so
So before we end, I had a quick one. It was just a shout out email. Just a
shout out. All right, go ahead. I'll leave the music going.
Okay, that's good because it's a hedgehog. And, you got too many hedgehogs that write in, and they recently wrote in and they said, hey guys, you can call me Spiny. I'm a hedgehog, brown quills and all, and currently stuck in bed with the quills poking through the darn thing. Help me, please, help. Don't use sheets. Anywho, I'm just dropping by to say that I love your show and never knew you guys were a podcast, radio show, etc., etc. Just for us furries. It makes me really feel special, better, and proud to be who I am. I'm listening to you guys, and I'll be listening to you guys on 5-12, and I love the show. You've earned a new fan. Expect another email soon. I promise I won't spam. I'm not an arse. I love arse.
I love that word. Arse. I wish it would catch on here.
Anywho, keep on doing what you guys do best. Thanks for giving me a smile, and continue to listen to you for the rest of my life. :D. You guys awesome. Keep it up. Spiny.
The only other person that I know whose life dedicated is Cart Fox because he's insane.
Damn it, Cart.
Damn it, Cart. Fucking Cart. Cart has agreed to let me ride him, though.
Oh. That escalated quickly.
Wow.
Can I buy you a saddle? Can I just get a saddle for him?
Yeah. I think that's offensive. I think Cart would let me put a saddle on him.
So you're saying
you.
You're gonna ride Cart bareback?
For those of you,
you walked right into that one.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, Cart Fox is a Tor, so we're making fun of him for being a Tor. By the way, so if I told you what I call six-limbed furs, like Tor, like centaurs and fox Tors and everything, I call them. Okay, so originally I called Cart a leggy fox. I was like, "You're a leggy fox." That was what I would call him, and he was like, "Oh my god, are you really gonna start calling me that?" I was like, "Yep, I'm gonna start calling you that." So I called him so now Tars are just leggies. That's what I call them. So like a Cart is a leggy. TC Fox, if TC Fox in the chat room, he's a leggy. Canaro, he's a leggy. They're all leggies.
Leggies.
They're leggies.
Leggies. I kind of like that, actually.
It's a cute way to say I like it. I'm happy with it.
Leggy.
You guys are listening to the very end of FurCast. I've been your host for this evening, Paradox, the Red Wolf.
And I have been your fabulous Blue Fox host using a $1,300 microphone to enhance my vocal.
How's that working for you, Farrah?
I really, really enjoy this mic.
Yeah?
I really enjoy it a lot.
You enjoyed it?
I would make love to this microphone.
It's pretty beautiful.
It's a Neumann TLM 103.
Neumann TLM 103.
Neumann.
In fact,
Neumann.
Flickr.
Oh yeah, you took photos.
So I'm just gonna kind of Google it real quick here. So for those of you who are curious, for those of you who are into some photography stuff, I actually have a Flickr, and I just kind of put some random stuff on here, but I actually have some pictures. There's tons of pictures of the studio, there's pictures of us and everything, but I have a picture of the microphone, so like you can just look at that. On the video feed there, nice sexy picture. So my Flickr username is the same as my Twitter handle. It's just CTC Wired, but let's go back here. And let's, oops, that is full screen there. So I have a high-res picture of the actual capsule inside the microphone that Pharaoh is using right now. So you guys can totally...
My vocal cords vibrate that capsule, and that's how you hear me.
So there's that. So yeah, if you guys want to see some cool photography stuff, check out my Flickr. And other than that, you should check yourself out.
Oh yeah, I've been your guest co-host in training, CJ Pink Thing Dog. Yeah,
curly tail.
Tail. Oh, he wasn't here.
I felt guilty because he had a 10-inch dick and I couldn't take it.
He wasn't here.
It to my mom.
For the husky curl doormat conversation.
Oh yeah, we had a conversation about that.
Yeah,
before you arrived.
Yeah, like. Well, how did it start? I don't remember. Curly tails. We all have our own thing. Huskies. I said it was like a doormat, pretty much. I don't remember. You had to be here. Fuck you.
So we all just wipe yourselves.
No, that's not the point. I don't remember how it started.
I don't remember how it started either. I don't know.
It was good though, and you missed it, so you suck.
I don't know where you're going with it, but you're like husky tails, like a doormat. I mean, just wipe your dick right off.
It's the curl, and you don't get the curl. You don't.
I don't.
You don't understand it. You don't have the capability.
I have my straight tail boner.
Straight tail. Oh yeah, I came up with this idea. I was like, I wonder if Pharaoh is so straight that when he drives, his car just goes up.
You should just get in the car and just goes.
It's like a rocket.
No, I was gonna. No.
Red rocket.
Red rocket. It's a blue rocket though.
Well, we've had that discussion before though. Pharaoh, is your dick blue?
It hasn't been.
It hasn't been.
It probably should change.
It's
always been a normal colored dick.
Oh, wait. I remember that conversation. Remember that normal colored dick? Do you understand? Do you have any idea how racist that is?
No, everyone can have a normal colored dick.
What is normal color?
To your normal, I don't know.
You're just normal colored dick.
No, it's the normal colored dick. Why are you making it racist?
Why is it gonna be a certain color? It's just
why
normal
it's
colored.
normal colored? Are you saying there's some colors that are more normal than others? Maybe blue is normal. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
Maybe you should get checked out by a doctor. I don't know. Give a blue dick. Blue.
I have white balls.
They're white and fuzzy. Nice.
Your white fuzzy balls.
Yep.
I'm trying to think about Pharaoh's balls, and it just doesn't seem right.
White fuzzy balls?
No, it's just the idea
or like
of
his
him
actual
having-
balls.
Just I don't know, either or.
Why are you going so in depth with this?
I don't know.
Stop thinking about my balls.
Well, I don't know. They dropped a little while when we did the demon voice. So it's
When I'm alone with my thoughts, I just think about your balls.
When I'm alone with my thoughts. Is it like counting sheep, but
I count your balls.
You go to sleep pretty fast.
1, 2. All right.
We should end the show before this gets worse.
It's getting pretty bad here.
All right, guys. I've been your host. We already did all that. So I guess we'll see you tomorrow for Maestropause. No idea if that's happening.
We probably should talk about what we wanted to do with freeze frame. I mean, real quickly.
I don't know if do we want to make that public? I think we might want to wait on that.
It might not actually even happen, but it'll be interesting if it does.
I don't think we should reveal it.
I think we should reveal it.
I don't think we should. I think if we should, it'll be the thing too. It'll be the second thing. You know how crazy the chat room was over the thing.
If it was planned where I definitely knew it would be a thing, then I would say I'd hold off on announcing about the thing. But this thing is more like, kind of.
That noise.
It's kind of up in the.
Okay, this is really bad.
So, as we were discussing, we'll take a last second of the show here to discuss the thing of the thing. E3.
That was not at all what I thought you were going to talk about.
Oh, what was the thing you thought I was going to talk about?
Episode 200.
Oh no, I wasn't even mentioning that. That's definitely
okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's. Do you understand my concern now?
I now understand your concern.
Okay. All right. I misinterpreted. I apologize.
It's okay. I said. Okay, because it is still freeze frame.
So anyway, so the E3. So what are you planning on doing for E3? Why don't you talk about that?
E3?
Yeah.
Live FurCast coverage
of E3.
Of E3.
Well, I'm not going to E3.
I know you're not going to E3.
You're going to E3.
I might be going to E3. Maybe. Don't know. It's still up in the air. But we would have live furry coverage from E3.
Walk around with like a pterodactyl pack and just and stream it back to the studio, and then I could,
yeah,
we could do that
if people were interested.
Yeah. So if you guys are interested in live FurCast E3 coverage, we could totally pull it off. So
that'd be pretty. I think it'd be fun, to be honest.
That'd be pretty sweet.
It depends on who would be interested and what questions I'd have to pose.
Could you get freeze frame into E3 though? Because he's not.
It depends if my contact can get me the 2 tickets.
Okay,
sure.
Because you can't get into E3 unless you're like video game staff or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's an exclusive event. It's
Yes,
not
it's very
not anybody can go to E3.
No.
So. Yeah, so that's why it's worth it to get the live coverage. So,
From a fursuiter.
Yeah, a fursuiter going around interviewing Nintendo employees and interviewing Sony executives and everything. That'd be pretty great.
Freeze frame says that if I interview everyone while in fursuit, then I have to make a Fox joke every time I make some kind of comment about a game.
You have to make a Fox joke?
Like were any foxes harmed in this shooting game or something like that? Or he said I have to make up some stupid fox pun for everything. I said no. I said
stupid.
I said the only thing I would.
Don't get me wrong. Watching you go around in fursuit at E3 last year was amazing, but not. No.
No.
Do you remember how you broke Twitter too last year?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember because I was at E3, so I don't know how I broke.
Well,
Twitter.
we all remember how you broke Twitter last year.
I don't remember how did I break.
Some person went, "Who the fuck let a furry into E3?"
And then everyone's like, probably was like, "It's Pharaoh."
Yeah, Twitter just died at that point. I remember that. I was there.
No. Someone in the chat room was saying I could get in. I know I could get into E3. I don't want to. I mean, that is a lot of money and a lot of time that I am not going to take off work. I'd rather go.
So furries were interested. Maybe I'll do interviews if I end up getting a.
If we end up getting freeze frame there and everything.
Yeah.
I think. All right, cool. So no idea if there's Meister Pause tomorrow, guys. Mike Pause takes care of that, so you guys are gonna have to stay tuned to his Twitter feed if you want to know if Meister Pause is tomorrow. Sorry, Friday Night Tech got canceled last night, guys. It was just craziness. I was tired, work, bunch of stuff going on. The studio wasn't fully set up. There wasn't enough music. There was no guests. It was just a disaster. So sorry that got canceled last night. But in of course 2 weeks there'll be a fantastic Friday Night Tech episode, I'm sure now. And I guess that's it.
People were saying thing 1 and thing 2.
No. I think there's just thing and then there's the second thing. Anyway. Good night, guys. Stay tuned for the post show.
This is the Zana Broadcasting Network.
Oh my God, they're releasing Star Fox this E3.
You have to do it.
I'm not much of a Star Fox, but I'm kind of a Blue Fox.
I'm a Trigender Pyro Fox.
I'm right behind you, Fox.
Fiesta.
You were like 800